Hello, hello, my green skins. Happy Canada Day, and happy birthday to me. It's great. All of Canada celebrates my birth. Isn't that great, guys? I'm going to have
Yeah.
fireworks and everything. So I am happy about that. So, how is everybody today, Chad? How are we all doing out there, world? Are you guys having fun? Sammy was having fun. Well, I don't know how much fun Sammy's having lately, but Sammy will be having fun soon. Check out our Patreon if you want to have a look at the Patreon. We also have a shirt store. Please check out the shirt store. I paid LCX today, so we'll be doing probably on Friday a stream where we actually work on the next shirt for the line.
Yeah.
And the next shirt is going to be, just giving you guys a heads up, the next shirt is a good one. It's going to be the fun that I like to call our. It's going to be I believe in House Hippo. Do 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 do. We're gonna try to get into that I believe like thing, but instead of having the UFO, it's gonna be a house hippo wearing like Men in Black outfit, something similar to that, maybe. Men in Moondane. Moondang, Moondang, Moondang. Yeah,
Yeah, Mudang.
yeah. So there we go, boys. That's the game plan for that. How's DJ doing today?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, it looks like my server isn't as busted as I thought it was, so that's a relief.
Well, I had a Linux thing happen to me today. I don't know if that was my Dropbox acting weird or what, because I had to sign into my Dropbox a couple times, and it was fighting me on downloading some stuff I was working on, and I was trying to get something through another person. It says Linux is trying to activate your account, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, change the password.
Why is every Linux user obese?
Mhm.
No, just a lot of Linux users. If you're a good hack, I guess if you're a good hacker, you use Linux. But you know, I guess so. I guess
I have a
my
love-hate relationship with Linux, be perfectly honest. Linux has a lot of good stuff that it does that's really fucking good. Then Linux just does stuff that absolutely fucking sucks. Like it's good for some things, bad for other things.
well, the problem
Uh,
is that people think of Linux as a single monolithic thing, and that's the key. Is it is not monolithic, which is good and bad because it's bad when
no,
you
it's not.
expect it to be. It's
It's
great because you're
very
not stuck to like one company who can make decisions to ruin it all. That's like what makes Linux powerful. The problem is that you are in the driver's seat, and when you're in the driver's seat, you're empowered to make decisions, but also it means that you are imposed with the requirement to make decisions when you would have been content not
yeah.
making those decisions.
Like Linux, like yeah, you're not dealing with an all-in-one. Like I hate to say it, Windows has always reigned supreme for multiple reasons, but it's just very simply because Windows has always been an evil entity. Like, and there's always been other operating systems. The Japanese had their own operating system that's still active today. Like to this day, they still
Oh
have
yeah,
their own. Britain still has their own operating. Actually, to be all intents and purposes, at one time, Britain had stuff that we never saw anywhere else in the world.
yeah.
Britain was one of the first guys to ever have dial-up, if I remember correctly.
Well, that's a little maybe public dial-up, but there were always people using the ARPANET through phone lines long before the real internet. And a lot of times it was
Yeah,
just you directly connecting to a university mainframe or university
yep,
mini computer, but you
yep.
could do that without the internet because at that point the idea was you would connect to that point and then other people would be connected to that point, and that's why bulletin boards used to be big because you could dial into a bulletin board in the pre-dial-up era,
Well,
and
yeah,
people
because
had
games like yeah, during the time of the Amiga and other operating systems, there was some interesting stuff that was going on. I really we could like the creation of existence that is the internet is a fascinating beast, and what we have now compared to what we have back then. But Linux is great for certain things, just not good for others. I do not hate Linux at all.
It's
Like
not
this
good
idea
for
that Linux is
average
better.
normies. It's not made for normies though, but there's been some strides to try to make it useful for normies. But that's the problem is that when a normie asks their Linux user friend which Linux I should use, half of those Linux users are going to say whichever one they prefer, which maybe it's better you recommend something that's going to be better for a normie.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Well, again, and I'm not super advanced. Like I'll be honest, I use Linux mainly back in the day. It was Mint. I think I
Yeah, the
was
command.
using back
That's
in
the
the
one.
day.
That's a
Is that
phenomenal one, and that's one of the better ones for both normies and developers alike. A lot of people who, like my friend, I mean, will recommend Mint to people, but we'll give them a proviso. But generally speaking, it's like Ubuntu, but not. I can't
yeah,
say that word.
yeah. I used Mint for one reason and one reason only. I'm gonna have to sign in again. Fuck. Well, I'll do that. I'll do that on the off.
Herbal tea?
Okay, so Linux back in the day for me, what I used Mint mainly for software for when I was reinstalling Windows onto someone else's computer, and I needed a backup system to run something that was through stuff and do the live stuff. So that's kind of what I used it for. I haven't used Linux in oh god maybe even 15 years now. But we're going to get to the trailers now, boys. Very Safe Dinosaur Park. Are you boys ready for some Very Safe Dinosaur Park?
I don't know if I am, but I'm curious.
All right, let's go.
We should probably stop him from
Oh.
the no. I'm going
They
on
play.
break.
God, that's not good.
Mate, you won't believe the price I got on this place.
Yeah, but who'd be
Happy
stupid
Canada
enough
Day,
to
or-
work here?
Yeah, funny story.
Thank you, and happy birthday to me.
Here they come.
Here's your ticket. Please don't read the terms and conditions.
Click, 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 click. Wheels. No!
Now that is one big pile of Oh, trick shots!
Hold on to your butts.
Dinosaurs.
Watch out for them!
I don't even know what this piece is.
Quick, quick, quick!
Close the gate! Close the gate!
Well, I think for day one, that was pretty smooth.
Okay, interesting. So this is
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's the actual guys. So there we go, boys. Have a look at their channel. Let's hope they get somewhere with this. This looks like this might actually be fun. We'll see how long it
Yeah.
takes for it to get here, though.
We'll see how long
I'm sure
before
it'll
the
be here before
streamers
you
are
do.
all over it.
Yep. Yeah, this feels very streamer, doesn't it?
It is, in the most respectful manner I can put it, this would fall under the definition of a friend slap game. By definition.
VTuber bait, basically. We're going to see a bunch of VTubers playing this game very shortly.
And then screaming their heads off and having one of them fly into the stratosphere from a T-Rex. Yeah, that sounds about right.
What do you mean, Doom? Doom?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Ono
It's almost,
Malith
sorry.
is
It's almost like we could tell the future. Anomalith.
Yeah. Probably something I might play in the future. We'll see how this goes. Hit play,
Okay.
boys.
Right.
I was born in the wrong country.
ってやるよ
What is this, the Giga Khrushchevska?
異界それまで何の変哲もなかった場所がある時突然迷路状に変化する未知の生物が現れたり奇妙な物品が生成されたり物理法則を無視した超常現象が多発するようになりますそれまで外に通じていた出口は消失あなたと加藤有沙さんが当日同じデパートに入ったことが確認されています残念ですが彼女の生存は絶望的というほかありませんでも私は有沙とあと女の子が一人ずっと生き残ってたんだよ何日もさだからすぐ探しに行けばまだ生きてるかもしんないんだって今のあなたが異界に潜る法的手段が一つだけあります危険区画対策室異界対策のため設立された執行機関です異界拡大の原因は未だに不明です
I like their heads, dude.
多少の危険は今更だ公衆ルチの移動隊が近くにいるぞ 数値が不安定で現れたり消えたりしてやがる。楽しそうだな、ラジコン遊び。こいつだけで生還率 5% くらいアップだぞ。なんだ、慎重に行けっつったろ。死んだ者が出たら次の者が突っ込まれる、そういうシステムだったんだ。これはアリサのメッセージだ。ルナ、おい待てこれ。私を知っていることが、逃げなさい。みんなでひれよな。2階に暴露したやつには人権なんかねえんだ。でも私らはまだ生きてる。だから生き残るつもりなんだって。死にに行くつもりじゃない。やってやるよ。絶対生還させてやっからよ。戻れたら何でも言うこと聞いてやるよ。と私が自由に調べていい異物が回ってくる。はは、楽しみ。
Well, that's something. What do you boys think?
This
We'll start with
means-
DJ.
Okay.
I know which one you want to talk about, Bob. We'll wait. We're almost there. Okay, go ahead, DJ. What's your thoughts?
No, I just think it looked interesting, and I like the idea of creatures from an unknown origin showing up and doing stuff. It reminds me a bit of like some of the Macross storylines, like Macross Frontier.
Yep.
But without the mecha, which is fine.
I'm fascinated, but at the same time, I'm like, Like, no, it looks like something I'd play, especially if they have bitchin' music. I love that weird, like, style they've been doing lately. It's something I'm in love with as a fan of this type of style. Now, the one Bob wants, Guns of Escalation.
I didn't even get a chance to talk about it, fucker.
Oh, okay. Next, you go ahead, Bob. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say is like this, because like, okay, this feels like a weird cross between Signalis and Nier Automata, and my brain feels too small for this game in the sense of this plotline is gonna go so deep that I'm gonna lose it halfway through.
Mm.
It has that vibe where it's just like I'm gonna have to pay attention to every fleeting word, am I? If I was to play it. And then if I try to look up a video of like, so what's this game about? You're gonna find like maybe a 5-hour long essay. Like when I tried figuring out what the hell the Nier series is about. Oh my goodness.
Bob, Shinamaka Tensei. That's all you need to know. That's pretty much what this was. An autonomous zone. Character runs into autonomous zone to find family or somebody type that. Gets weird superpowers. And somehow Satan becomes his best friend and helps him fight the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it.
Bow, bow, bow. Sorry. That is Shinamaka Tensei franchise in a nutshell.
I'm a magical hacker. Time to go into the hacking demon realm.
Yep. Mm-hmm. The Persona franchise is fun, but the other one, but the other franchise is right off the fucking wall crazy. All right, Guns of Escalation. This is pretty much. I was like, the reason I didn't go to you, Bob, because I was like, Bob's going to have very little to talk about. This one, Bob's going to be getting his thing. I watched this already. Let's go, boys. 3, 2, 1, play.
Hey.
Look around. The world is dying. The whole environment is maimed and mangled. Yet there is still a semblance of law. Everything has its place.
Beautiful.
Keep your weapon clean and ready. All it takes is one mistake. But we will not despair. We will do it again and again.
All right, Bob. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like, not only is this a game that I think Chief's gonna like, this looks like a fun game to play with your buddies. It has where do I start? Eldritch Western with some pseudo modern backdrop of the industrial era. But it also has that what the fuck is going on kind of vibe that Half-Life had with the, I guess, alternate reality invasion during, what is it, the 2-hour war from Half-Life?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. And then just how wild everything is. It's like, for fuck's sakes, you're fighting a train. You're fighting the hell train. Oh, man. Well, I initially watched this, and when I watched it with you guys, I just had this smile on my face. Like, I couldn't say anything because I was smiling too much. This looks like fun. It actually looks gorgeous. Normally, I'm not big on graphics, but if you can make an environment look nice, oh yeah, I'm there with you. And to have an absolute behemoth of gaming, the guy that worked on Half-Life and Dishonored, goddamn.
It was his last game. So DJ, your thoughts on this?
I mean, it looks pretty basic. Like, definitely appreciate the Eldritch aspect of it. But would it be my cup of tea? I think Dinosaur Park is my cup of tea right now. I mean, holy cow! Like, that shit's hilarious. This one here is great if you like seeing people rotting from. I mean, that was the weird thing about it. It was like the main guy. Oh God, I just had to replay it a second. Oh my God. Okay, that's kind of cool. I don't know if it's my cup of tea, but if I'm gonna shoot a gun at something in a game, it's gonna be this shit.
Oh yeah.
This looks good. This looks really good. If I had myself a top of the line like beast of a computer, I'd be buying this. Like this would be on a wish list right now. My only problem with
who needs
modern
to be the
games,
fastest hand in the West when you got 4?
yeah, well 6 actually.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, which means he's it's a type of angel actually. Yeah, so I'm assuming he's based off a type of angel. So yeah, no, all in. This looks good. Not gonna sugarcoat. Not gonna think. Not
That
my
trailer
100%.
music was bopping too.
Yeah, the soundtrack's the one thing I'm like, now that got me a little happy.
For a long time, and then the harmonica just goes fucking wild.
Yep. Okay, so let's start it off, boys. So, bow, bow, let's talk about a first look. We are first look at a series I decided for Bob. Now, technically, this is an American series. I think it was on USA, but this was pretty much a Canadian. Like this was all made by Canadians. Adventures of Sinbad, and the hot and a hot redhead with big boobies.
Annoying character, or the first time you ever meet her.
Okay, well, Bob, let's go. What's your first thoughts? Because I believe you've watched how many episodes of this so far?
I think I watched 3, and then The Sandman took me for the last 2 out of the 5.
Okay, I went up to 5.
Yeah, I was trying to get to 5, but The Sandman's like, no, you need the nap, okay? Just take a moment.
Hello, Western Body. I didn't fight that train in Final Fantasy. Yeah, I feel the same way. So, you watched 3, I watched 6. Well, I saw the series a long time ago. There are 3 Sinbad series that exist out there. DJ, did you ever watch this one? Maybe you can add to this.
Sinbad, like the African guy? Oh no. Yeah, no, I've
No.
never seen him, but I know of the what is the word? The Epic of Sinbad, I think they call it,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. So yeah, this is an interesting series, and it's basically 90s to 90s degree 90s would be the best way to put this. This is a series where I will be perfectly honest with the boys and girls as I go get soda. This is a series that legitimately is funny, like quirky, and completely over the top cheesy. The acting is not exactly the best. The fight choreography is absolute fucking trash. You're like
It's,
garbage.
it's awful, but this series I would describe as there are moments that are so bad it comes full circle to actually being good.
Yeah,
It kind of feels meta in that way, where the people are somewhat aware that they're stage actors with how hammy they are.
yeah. Well, like in later episodes, he literally makes a Canadian joke, and it's one of the
Yeah, I heard that A. I heard the A, and I was like, ah! A Canuck has been spotted.
yeah. This moment is hysterical. There's a moment in the show where he says, we have a saying where I come from. If you're gonna figure skate on thin ice, you might as well dance. And the guy's like, wait, in your country, don't you not have don't have ice in your country? And he's like, because he's from Baghdad. It's like, true, I lied. And I'm like, no, you accidentally released something, and you accidentally said something you weren't supposed to, and they legitimately kept it.
They kept it.
Yeah.
Dude, there was also the execution scene where it's like, well, you know what they say, it's not over until, and then like the fat lady in the crowd starts singing, and it's like, never mind. I was
That
like, to
was
me, that was class. I was like, oh, that's good. I've never seen a series actually do that.
it's so fucking cheesy, and it's so fun because of the cheesiness. This show is just
Absolute cheddar. Red Gouda, if you will.
yeah, like this is something I would honestly suggest if anybody gets a chance to watch it. I can't say how you can watch it. Look online. You never know.
Maybe
Take
able
a
to buy it.
take a look. It's in a book. In Reading Rainbow. Actually, no, I don't think you can. I've looked.
Would the copyright be out by now?
No. Oh God, no. You need like 50, 60 years. But if no one, it's abandoned media at this point, I believe, because I haven't seen anybody talk about this or register this show in almost 20 years. Like this is a 90s show.
This would be
And the
something I feel like I missed in my childhood because even as a kid, I would have thought the fighting was cheesy. Like I felt
oh
very Disney with the fighting. You know those live action Disney shows where you know, nothing really matches up, but it also matches up.
well, we're gonna
I would
have
have loved
fun.
this as a kid. I would have absolutely loved this.
Yeah, same here. It was something I did watch when I was younger, but I was it brought me back to the
When
days.
when the
Right?
chief was in his 80s.
No, you know
when,
what's funny?
when I was younger. Happy birthday.
Thank you, appreciate it. No, when I was a kid, I'm gonna have pepperoni stick after you said that. Fuck you. No, when I was a kid, I watched the show a lot, and I remember back in the day, I used to watch that show, and the show would come on. It's like, oh, time to play some Game Boy, and I now have a Game Boy that runs Pokemon. I was legitimately playing Pokemon while watching this show. It brought me back, man. It brought me back to my first apartment, living in my first apartment, playing on my Game Boy Advance, playing fucking Pokemon, and watching this show. Oh God, did that bring me back?
Oh yeah.
It also
Now,
brought me back to one of my biggest crushes. Goddamn, people like Pamela Anderson. I absolutely want that girl.
yeah.
Like the other thing is, this show would never be made nowadays. Like, not only is this show super white, it is.
Yeah, it's like all these people in Baghdad. It's like, goddamn, it's all Canadians in Baghdad.
Oh, the way it should be. I didn't say that.
And the one what do you say, black actor that they had?
Yeah.
I don't know if they wanted to, if that was part of his character that he never spoke because his tongue was cut out or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how that went down, but it's like, man, I would have loved if that guy had some lines.
Yeah, he's
I like to see his point of view because he sees things that other people don't.
Mhm. Which there was no black. I don't think I'd have to reread Sinbad, but I'm almost certain Sinbad didn't have any black crew members, but he did have a Japanese crew member.
I thought it was a Chinese guy.
I'd have to read it again. I haven't read it in 20 years, so I can't really tell you.
I'm also
A lot of
going
people
off
think
of the
that-
old live action movie with buff Sinbad.
Yep. DJ, we have so much stuff to show you. Do you ever
We
get
have
if
such
you ever,
sights to show
your head,
you.
we gotta pull everyone one of these days, DJ. I'm just gonna like come to your house. I'll like rip you away from your project, and you're gonna be forced to watch like old action movies from the 80s and 90s. I'm telling you, man, I got some fucking bangers for you to watch.
Yeah, I'll
Stuff
hook you up with
you've
the
never
same
seen,
setup
my
that
friend.
Chief hooked me up with. You're gonna look like
Yeah.
a one guy in the Clockwork Orange scene and keep your eyes
Yeah.
open. Don't worry,
Oh
I'll
man,
have the eyedropper.
no, dude, Bob was like, Bob was fucking fighting me for Precinct 13, Assault on Precinct 13. He fought me the entire fucking way. I don't want to watch this. This seems stupid. He watched it and he's like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest movie I ever saw."
You shut up. Bucka. Shut up. I was having like my Tsundere media moments
Yep,
where it's like,
yep.
I don't wanna. This is dumb. He's stupid. And then I watch it and it's like, yeah, I liked it, so what?
No, what was great? It's another really good one is Outlaw Star. I fucking he whined and complained about not. Oh, I really don't want to watch that. It took him 2 weeks. We put 2 episodes on. Where's the next episode? Where's the next episode? Where's the next episode?
Because that was being put up against the mind-boggling anime Rune Soldier Louis, and then I watch it and I'm like, yeah, fuck Rune Soldier Louis. Rune Soldier Louis is good in its own right, but
Yeah.
no, Outlaw Star. And the thing that really stuck me was like, wait, is that Aisha Clan?
Mm-hmm.
It was that moment of realization. Like, I've seen so much art of her back in like the early 2000s. Like, people would do AMV fan cams of this character.
Yeah, there are so many people from their character. Like 3 of the actors that are in this show also were on the Red Green show.
You know, that tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they kind of had that vibe.
Yep.
It is like, instead of it being about solving modern problems with modern solutions, it was, what if we put these characters in a fantasy setting?
There's some stupid shit that they create, which is laughably funny. Like,
The
I like-
overcomplicated doorbell system that the Tinkerer has.
Yep.
It is so convoluted.
Oh, he creates a ray gun in later episodes.
It started me thinking about Jack of all trades when I saw this picture.
It's a good show. It's actually shockingly fun. What do you want to give your?
It is fun. For a kids show, I'll actually give this a 7 out of 10. For my enjoyment, I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
Kids show. But okay.
And like, it came out in the 90s, I would have been like a fucking amoeba at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for a kid show, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. For my sheer enjoyment, because I just got home and I was in that I want to turn my brain off mode, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Because it was like, it was stupid at times, but it was fun stupid.
Yeah.
And also, if I may, you know how like one of my favorite fantasy fads is the double-headed axes, double-headed battle axes. Another fantasy fad that I love is the big scimitar, like the big blade scimitar.
Oh yeah.
Man. Though I will say, if I'm going to judge a character, I'm going to judge the female character, because when she was first in there, it felt like somebody was trying to worm their way in of like, I am strong, I can do this. And it's like, you don't have to do this. It felt convoluted. It was just like, girl, stop being annoying.
Yep. So we got our next episode of Babylon 5. So I am now on season 3 there, DJ. And I'm up to episode 5. So I have 2 highlight episodes. Episode 1 of this so far was really good. And then the other one was episode 5 was the other one that I like. I think it was 4 or 5. The reason I like those episodes of this series is, well, first episode 1 had an interesting idea of what was going on in the series, and it kind of gets it shows us everything that hit off. And the fact is that Jakar is starting to realize, oh, something's going on, and they and everybody else on the Babylon station knows something's going on. They have a rough day. They're figuring it out.
He's going around making inquiries, and everyone's like, and then they're like having conferences behind the scenes, like, so should we brief him on this shit? And he wants to help. He genuinely wants to help. So that's the beautiful thing, is that like he wants in, and it's for good.
It's for good.
Of light.
Yeah, and I think personally, we DJ, as much as I don't want to, it's a bitch to find them. I would love to do the Babylon comics. Like that is on my list of things I want.
There's a bunch of Psycore books too, and these are also hard to come by. And I feel like someone's asked, like, if I ever obtain these, man, I'm cutting the book binding and sticking them into a fucking scanner, because I'm tired of this shit when media gets lost. Like, this has to be digitized. Like, nobody's making money off the fucking things but used bookstores. And I'm not really inclined to pay extortionate prices for them. I mean, I will if I'm the only asshole who could copy them, but
I got no price. Dude, when it comes to used bookstores, can I? Okay, I got to interject there, because like that's something I'm okay with them giving us good prices. Over exorbitant prices, totally fucking agree with you. If you're putting for example, when I've been picking up my Punishers every once in a while. I got to go buy some more Punishers, by the way. That's on my to-do list. I also haven't been to the porn store in a long time, and I want to go visit my local porn store.
Don't we all?
I just want to see. I used to go there back in the day. It's kind of a long joke, but
okay.
Work there. I used
to the guilty pleasure.
I had both my friend and my girlfriend at the time both worked at that store, so I used to go there all the time. But then when they slowly converted it to a weed store. I haven't gone since, because I hate the idea of it being a weed store.
I was gonna say on what DJ said is like, that's kind of the kicker. They're not making money on it, so fuck it.
Yeah, I agree. We should be able. There's also a novelization I don't have. I've heard stories. There's some audiobooks out there, but I haven't seen them. But my other thing was, the reason the other episode I liked is the episode where the main cast had to deal with trying to find an ancient race to help them. They're trying to find the race that can fight. And that scene with that blonde girl, which, by the way, I like the actress for that, because it was so funny. Oh, there aren't homeless on Earth. No. We this or that. I'm like, there is that level of ministry of peace, that level of, there is no war. There is no war outside Bossing Say, or there is no peace on this, or there is no this on this for Bossing Say, or something like that. Like that idea of like Russians would, excuse me, good famous moment was when during the Stalin period, people would be starving on the streets, and I think I can't remember what was the quote, but it was an interesting quote that Stalin said about people starving in the streets in Moscow, and I think it was like, we don't have homeless because if we did, we'd make them into something or something along that lines. It was like so brutal. What was that quote? Fuck, Bob, get on it. Stalin quotes about homeless.
Stalin quotes about homeless?
Yes, I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. It's driving me nuts. Get to it now.
I'm getting there. You keep yapping. You be
Stalin's
an old
solution to
man. You
homelessness
keep yapping on your rocking chair.
He'll
Okay,
make
yeah, I
people
voted
stall
for your
out.
rocking chair. So that's the thing about it. It was so fat. It was so interesting. Her mentality of homeless and her thought process was so just brutally like, because that's the thing about Babylon 5. In Star Trek, there are no homeless. Like there is there's homeless outside the borders of Star Trek. Like the farther space humans go, the worse it gets for them. If you're not part of the project, if you get what I'm saying. But if you stay on Earth, it's a utopia. It's like there is no homeless because at any time you could go to the Mars base. You could go to the Saturn base. You could go to the Utopia. You could go to Pluto. Like our solar system legitimately populates. Not only have we not overpopulated Earth, we've underpopulated Earth because there's been 15 other settlements that, like every planet has a fucking settlement on it that you can work. Like that's legitimately like there is no homeless on Earth anymore. Like they create a true utopia. Not in fucking Babylon 5. Babylon 5, Seattle doesn't exist in Babylon 5. We nuked it.
Yo, yeah, California is a much beautiful place now. No, I'm kidding, but it's obviously I like Northern California, but I mean, like that's things like we don't have homeless people. Yeah, sure, there's some displaced people, or I forgot what term she used, but that's because they're mentally ill, or because they're delinquent, or this. Like, there's a list of excuses for those people
Yeah.
existing, and like none of them were just good people who had a bad situation. Because like, if you want a
Yeah.
job, we promised the Earth, the Earth Alliance promised that everybody who wants a job can have a job. That's like, universal jobs for all. So if you don't have a job, it must be because there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, yeah, and in our economy, go ahead.
I can't find anything that directly refers to homelessness, but we have Stalin's concept of freedom and Stalin on the standard of Soviet living.
Give us the standard of Soviet living. Because I remember him saying something. I just can't remember. It might be in one of his memoirs or something like that, or
Okay.
letters.
If there had been a crisis in our country, if there had been unemployment, that scourge of the working class, if people in our country lived badly, drably, joylessly, we should have nothing like the Stakhanov movement.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is, it's difficult for me to imagine what personal liberty is enjoyed by an unemployed person who goes about hungry and cannot find employment, where a man is not haunted by the fear of being tomorrow deprived of work, of home, and of bread. That was the one on freedom.
Wow, sounds like a long-winded commie thing.
This guy sounds like a fucking clown.
Oh, Stalin? Oh yeah. Oh, interesting individual, Stalin. Whoo boy! If people understood that this was if people understood exactly what Stalin was selling, there wouldn't be people doing the things they're doing. And that they're like we wouldn't be hearing people
What Stalin did was he did the quietest and most violent form of put the cookie down.
Yeah.
You didn't want to put the cookie down, but it was taken from you.
Oh no, it was taken from you,
And unfortunately, your life was taken from you too.
And 2 of your fingers are broken. Like there is so many mass graves in Siberia that they don't even know how. Like apparently they'll be digging in a garden and fucking find a mass grave. Like the stories are like apparently there are just that there's that many places they just don't know like how many bodies. Like they find them every once in a while because that's where he was sending all the gulags, and those gulags moved around and stuff. So there is stories that apparently they're still finding bodies.
You know, Chief, I'll never understand this concept of won't happen to me. There seems to be this like human concept that pervades mostly useful idiots of like it happened to those people, but it won't happen to me. And I see that happen over and over and over again with the shit they keep pushing. It's like ignore the bad thing. It won't happen to you. It won't happen to me.
Well, I mean, like,
says
look,
it won't?
1993 had the World Trade Center incident. It's not like it would ever happen to me in my generation when I was a teenager. Oh wait, yeah, we had 9/11.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. It is like I've never understood that concept of ignorance, less be arrogance of it'll never happen to me. I don't get that.
It was real at the time though, because like you watch the news and you'd see like the bomb, the burned out cars, and they'd say this is like something you would see in a war zone, and they describe how some other shithole country would have this, and it's like we have this here. And granted, it was isolated to the area beneath the towers, but definitely is a bit of a wake up call. And maybe we tend to overreact as a nation, but it's like just like don't touch the ships, don't touch our fucking shit.
I will say one thing. At least they didn't touch the boats. They still followed the regulation, but they still went about it horribly. Bad move.
Yep.
They didn't break the cardinal rule, but they broke everyone else's cardinal rule in the process.
Well, it's not like America hasn't broken many cardinal rules over the years, but that's how it goes.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
The rule is we're allowed to break the cardinal
Canadian
rules
propaganda.
elsewhere, because the rule is it's not a rule for us.
History, boys. Honestly,
I don't know what the chief's talking about. We never broke any rules.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Wait, what are you talking about? I don't know about that.
I mean, like, it's not like I'm being a Merocentric or something like that. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's not like I'm a patriot or anything.
Canada, yeah, you're gonna get the Canada gay. Okay, anyway, so now it's very simple. Let us say this about this: America has been a war hawk country for quite a long time. Still not the worst. Still not committed the most war crimes in human history. And compared to and some of the major other countries that have existed for longer than them, is nowhere near as bad as them. So
the funny part about our war crimes, either it wasn't a war crime at that time period, or is an isolated incident that does not represent the whole.
No, so I wish people would shut the fuck up about it. But that's just me saying, or go if you think the world's better on the other side of the thing. We have conversations. We'll be talking about some of the fun. All right. So next on the docket with Babylon 5 is they also were doing. I started the Psionic episode. That was an interesting episode that I got to finish it. I'll probably watch it tonight while doing my readings for setting up stuff for tomorrow. And I thought that was fascinating. Where they're like, hey, we don't want to have this guy with the psionic showing up with his psionic powers. We don't want him understanding what's going on. And so as he walks in, there's fucking a bunch of Minbari psychics blocking.
Oh, yeah. That was cool. Oh, yeah, that was fucking so cool. Like, they were like, we got our ace in the hole here. These are not side cores, so they could fucking do that, asshole.
Yeah.
And that was more Chekhov, right? Yeah, that was Bester.
Yeah. Dude. Okay, you know what? People shit on Chekhov as an actor. I liked him in this role.
He did really well.
Yeah, he did really well.
You want to know why, or you want to know if a possible factor why he did really well?
What?
So I saw him in like an episode of Oprah or something like that with the cast of Star Trek. Turned out he went to school to be a psychologist after Star Trek. So getting that psychology degree, I think, he may have channeled some of that skill or knowledge to really do that role, and he fucking knocked it out of the park.
Oh, he did. He's so good because he's like meant to be unnatural, very very odd, very creepy in some ways. It's also the incorporation that during I can't remember what war, the rise of the psionic stuff that started happening for humanity right around that period after that thing. So a lot of Russians ended up having it due to I can't remember the experiment. It was something dropped on it. It was I can't remember what it actually was, but it was before it was like there was one big good fucking heavy war that happened in America in just before we hit the stars, and you could still see parts of it and stuff because Earth never got bombarded by the Mabari. We got close though, but Earth never did get destroyed. They got attacked, but it's a fascinating idea. I also, like I said, I like the idea of the shadows being incorporated more. I'm enjoying this show, and I would love more shows like this. Like Babylon 5 is really fucking good. And I can't think of any modern show right now that exists that actually made me fall in love with this, like enjoyed this more than Babylon 5. Can't think of anything right now that's doing modern sci-fi that's got me this. The closest my friend said Altered Carbon, the first season of Altered Carbon kind of
That
had.
was yeah, it was interesting, but I didn't like
Oh,
that
fuck,
you didn't
I
really
am
see it.
so
Like
mad
my
about
problem,
Altered Carbon. Sorry.
well, my problem with
Go.
Altered Carbon is simple. I like getting into the weeds of the world building, and they had a lot of world building that was good on there. And like, I may be overly simplifying. I may be focusing on the part of the show that they don't want me to focus on. But look, this needle casting thing, I get it. It's like
Yeah,
telepathic mind forecasting from Hyperion. Basically, it's like
yeah.
you have a body on a different world. You put this disc in the body. You can transmit yourself over there using FTL communication. I don't think they ever make it clear how they got the technology. But in particular,
Are
my
you talking
problem
about the
is
second
you need.
season? Because
Well, I
yeah,
don't know.
no,
Like, because my problem is, like, in particular is like I don't see ships. Like ships had to go to each of these planets first before
yeah,
we could do the needle casting, and I know that takes a while. So there's a lot of habitable worlds. They're not very common to my knowledge, and it takes a long time
yeah.
to travel to each one. So, like, I want to know what's the story there, and I don't think they really want. They show you some little bit in season
You
two, but they don't
see,
really
yeah,
give you the
you might want
story.
to go into the book a little bit more, DJ. That like I hate to say it, I'd suggest the book to you on that one.
No, that's
But
cool. No, you're probably right.
yeah, yeah, no, the books actually, because no, I am right because I think they kind of explain it a little more in the books.
That's what
I'm
I mean.
also
That's the story that fascinates me is the fucking pioneers going out there. Like in Hyperion, I'll give you an example. So in Hyperion, you have like 200 worlds that are connected to something called the World Web. Each planet that's in the World Web has a like a black hole or singularity sphere in cislunar orbit. And once you build this large mega project, you can spawn forecaster portals in orbit or on the surface. And once you have planets that are inducted into the web, they're essentially like one world. That's why they call it the World Web. So you can walk off of like a city world into a more wilderness world. The Israelis are the only ones that have a world where they restrict most of their portals to like the capital city of Jerusalem or Hebron or whatever they call it. I think it's the planet Hebron. But generally speaking, most planets, even like the wilderness worlds, will have forecasted portals. They have a world that's a worldwide ocean. They have one that's like Hawaii. The Japanese have Fuji. But like the idea is that like you literally just walk through this portal like you're going to a subway station, and then you pop out, and then to the point that wealthy people can have portals in the doorways of their homes, and then in
yeah,
those cases they have a multi-world home where. But my point is they actually the writer did it. May he rest in peace. Dan Simmons did pass away in February. It turns out stroke, but um, they actually do explain, like for example, the planet with the Hawaii called Maui Covenant. They explain the story. That's like one of the key like short stories in the first book of how that world was not in the web, and they would have to use the ships that had FTL travel. But whenever you used FTL travel, you would have something similar to time dilation. They called it time debt, but it was the
yeah,
same concept. You'd be like on a 6 month journey or a 7 month journey or whatever, and then maybe even a 2 month journey, but years would pass by between each journey. You might lose 5 years, or you might. So every time you return to the web or to that world, so this guy falls in love with a woman on the world Maui Covenant, and so he basically like sees her when she's like 20, sees her again when she's 30, sees her again when she's 40, sees her again when she's 60, and he's like in his 20s the whole fucking time. But my point is that there's a big construction project that precedes it, and they hashed out the writer hashed out all of the mechanics of the world building associated with that. And in short, to build your world web, they had to work their way slowly down.
We might do a review of the first season of Alter Carbon. I did not like season 2, so I refuse to do anything with season 2. I think season 1 was the better season, and season 2 was just they took a shit. Because because season 1 was fun. Like there's a couple shows like that where I'm just like, this to season 1, season 2 just.
To bring my rant to a head, if I may, real quick, I apologize. I'll bring it to a head. I promise. Is that all of the worlds in the world web were like gradually added to the web, and it required traveling down the spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy. And as someone who understands the structure of the Milky Way, I'm like, this makes sense. Like, the nearest worlds are going to be within the same spiral arm, and I really appreciated that attention to detail. And that's what I felt I wasn't getting out of Altered Carbon, even though it's not the most important element.
You went off on the rant, but you didn't like. There's a lot of side stuff that Altered Carbon had. There's a lot of plot holes. So but the problem with that is the TV show I don't think gave enough credit to it. Now we're going to talk about something that we're going to have to DJ. You're going to have to read some my birthday present I want from you. You have to read.
Real quick, wait. Was your birthday already?
Today.
Oh shit! Well, look, I'm sorry. Happy birthday.
Well, thank you.
I said it like twice, and it's also down in the
he
chat.
wished me a happy belated birthday, and I didn't know when I said Happy Canada Day. I heard him say to me, and I went, "Wait a second. I just want to be clear that I wish you a happy birthday."
This man existed when Canada existed. His birthday is also Canada Day.
Yeah.
You're 200 years old. Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry. Canada.
Yeah.
Unlike America.
See, they did it in honor of him, the Great Orc War Chief. Didn't you know?
But I was wrong. It's not. He's not 200 years old because Canada only said shove it to the British more recently than that.
Yeah, don't remind me.
I'm sorry, I'm just trolling
it. So we are talking about Solomon Kane, one of the more interesting characters, again, of like Robert E. Howard. And to be honest, where people say Robert E. Howard's Conan is kind of lustful, Solomon Kane is a literal complete opposite of that. And a lot of people absolutely love Solomon Kane. So Bob, Wings in the Dark, I believe, or Wings in the Night or the Dark, can't remember. What's your thoughts on this book? Give me your first thoughts on this one.
We should have started with this one, but I understood that the one before it chronologically came before it.
Well, actually, this should be number 3 of book 4, like, because there's this book. There's a book where he gets to Africa, and then after Africa, he travels through the Slave Coast. He meets Lulunga, and then he deals with with vampires, and then from there he gets captured, and then he fucking escapes capture. He gets captured by Muslims. He escapes the capture. He fucks off to. And that's where the Wings of the Night. That's where this book starts. It's him getting away from the slavers that caught him. Okay, go ahead.
About what?
No, well, you did the book here. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Okay, because I was like, oh, where do you want me to start? You want me to talk about the character himself or the book? The book. You know? Okay. I'd say starting off, it does kind of throw you in there without the previous knowledge of him being captured by the Arabic guys, you said? Like he had a run-in with some other group? Okay.
Yeah, well, during the time that Solomon Kane is registered, this was when the slave coast was a full thing, and it was the conversions to Islam that was going on during that period, and there was also the whole slavery market that was happening back then, before America. Anyway, sorry about that. I didn't mean to say that out loud.
Why? I'm not saying why are you afraid about history. It's just giving people a time period of what was going down.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think
it's fucking history. It fucking happened.
I don't think the Dutch or the British have made it here yet. Like, they're around, but they haven't made inclines yet. Like, I believe that happens. Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't give you a specific time frame. Sorry. Go ahead, Bob. Anyway, my bad.
All right. So, Solomon Kane, after escaping his captors, he's traveling further inland from what I'm able to gather. He came from the jungle and he's going to a hilly plateau area.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But he knows he's being tracked. He's noticing grasses are rustling different points. At one time, he actually spots his pursuer.
Cannibal.
Yeah, cannibal man. Defarian, if you will, if we're talking Conan language.
Yeah.
And the whole time, he's trying to keep pace, but also stay away from his pursuer, because if there's one, there's bound to be more.
Yep. And even though he is considered one of the greatest swordsmen in Britain, it's like, yeah, I can't take on fucking 100 screaming cannibals.
Yeah, that's still a numbers game that ain't gonna work out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and as he travels, it starts getting to nightfall, and that's when his pursuers are getting closer and closer and closer. And eventually, I forget what it is, why he pauses. Was he analyzing the area, or was he gathering food before he's set upon?
This is right after he had found the destroyed village, and this is after he pulled a man from them being crucified and tortured. And
the man who is tied to a pole, a mangled wretch.
Yep.
Feel bad for the poor guy. I mean, from what he was able to gather with the learned language of, I believe, the river people,
mm-hmm.
The man has been there for 2 days, stuck on a pole with gaping wounds
that were being continually gaped, and his eyes were ripped out. Yeah, he was being tortured to death.
And it's after Kane effectively gets the info he needs and cuts the man down who dies of his wounds, but he does give him a burial. Was it like a rock pile? So give him a mound burial.
Yeah, and then he travels on, and then he gets attacked. But the cannibal, unfortunately, it seems that the wings in the night like the dark meat before they like the white meat. So they grab. As the fight is happening.
Incorrect. This is one of those moments where I would have told the audience, shut up. So he gets pounced upon by his pursuer, the cannibal. And in this struggle, the cannibal's unable to cut Kane, but Kane is able to land a blow with his dirk that sends the scent of blood into the air. That's when the wings of night attack. It's the scent of blood, dumbass.
No. The way it's described, if you read it, the way it's described, something was watching the entire time before that. So
yes.
it was most likely picking its time to hit. And when Solomon Kane hit, it's like, oh, my turn, and it went for him. So
You're also leaving quite a bit out.
Oh yes,
not only is it the scent of blood, it is also Kane is alien to his observer.
Yep.
Never seen him before. I don't know what that is, but the thing chasing him, I know what that is. That thing is desperate.
Bob is definitely interpreting a little bit to the book, but that fight sequence, by the way,
it's not just an interpretation. Everything adds up.
Yeah, but that fight sequence is extreme, and it's really well done. Like that is a really, really well done fight sequence.
Yes. So
And then
as the cannibals being carried off with human screams and the beating of wing beats, large wing beats that cast wind downward.
Yep.
He is eventually dashed upon the ground and then set upon by the beast, so to speak.
Yeah. And Solomon kind of fucks off and hides in a tree. He sleeps while something's watching him, and he gets this moment where he wakes up, and then he goes out during the daytime, and that's when the creature strikes. And this fight sequence, the first one is killed instantly with a shot.
Draw.
Yeah, he gets blown away right away. The problem is Solomon. By the way, people like to say, Robert Howard has a weird way of like women, the breast and blah 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 blah, all the shit. Dude, when he goes into description of this monster, you can picture it in your head.
Oh, that's what I liked about this. I was like, yeah, stop talking about women. Tell me about that beast, because that was well put. Because it's not just H.P. Lovecraft, where it's an indescribable creature, and then he proceeds to describe it to the best of his ability. This one, actually, I was able to put it together almost like, imagine you had bones at a dinosaur museum.
Yeah.
And you're just like doing Frankenstein's monster with different bones. It's like large bat wings with a canine-like snout with a beak.
Yep.
It had canine teeth within a beak. And a broad human-like torso with also broad shoulders. The collarbone and ribs protruded forward with a long, thin neck. And I was like, oh, damn. Damn, I'm actually able to put this together. Hold up.
Yep.
And it's like, DJ, get those dinosaur bones over there. I need them.
It's clever. It's really clever. And it again, as the fight happens, he ends up unfortunately getting picked up into the sky, but he survives that fight and wakes up in a village. And this is where the slow build, as you slowly see Cain going into, befriending these people to the detriment of this village. These creatures, best way to put it, they're fucking some form of harpies. That's basically the best way to put that. That's what they are. They're just a different harpy type thing. Unfortunate to them, they allied themselves with Solomon Kane. Bad idea. Anybody who allies himself with
Solomon so nobody gets confused by that word soup. The harpies do not ally themselves with Solomon Kane.
No, the people.
It is the people that see Solomon Kane as this light of hope, for his weapons speak of smoke and fire, and cast the beast down.
Yep.
So they see him as their hope. And Solomon Kane doesn't want that, because he also sees the situation before him. I just wanted to clarify that, just in case people are confused that the Harpies struck a deal with Solomon Kane.
No. But the thing is, for the first time in Solomon Kane's life, in a very long time, this is a man who finds peace, and it's ripped from him almost as instantly as he gets it. Solomon Kane knows no peace. He's a Puritan man who will never be given that freedom.
He fights the evils of this world, and no matter how much you try to beat it back, the black devils of hell will always come to take the souls of men.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that unfortunately happens to the Harpies. The Harpies show up and attack, and unfortunately it killed the entire village.
In a not very PG way, mind you. That was brutal. That shit was awful.
Violent detail, like children's arms and shit fucking falling from the sky and shit. It's like
and they weren't clean about it either. They wanted to play with their food too, and it's like, oh my god. The Harpies delighted in the suffering that they imposed on the people. Like, they did shallow, painful cuts instead of just outright killing the prey.
Yeah, wasn't I can't remember if it's in this or something else. But doesn't one of them fly up with a baby and just drop it?
Yes. Swarms
Okay,
of
yeah.
children. Another one is a woman that Kane recognizes is just being gnawed and clawed apart slowly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she
and it's like,
actually looks to him for help.
yeah, it drives him insane. Like, he goes completely mad.
He has one of those anime moments where you zoom in on the nose ridge and the eyes look parted. He had one of those
Yeah,
moments.
he truly did. And it was sad because you could tell, like, this is a man who's like, he wants to keep these people safe. And unfortunately, the creatures have other ideas, and they don't give a fuck that he's being sated. And that is what makes it truly sad with the situation. You are watching Solomon
Because on
torn
top of the
apart.
Ray of Hope, for
Yeah,
once in many years, generations even, the people actually started singing while, harvesting the plantains and, doing things in the river. They actually had hope in their hearts.
yeah,
They were happy.
yeah. Which again, this drives him completely. So he snaps. At this point, you have a man who has had enough, and he doesn't care. Things are going to be destroyed, and he has made that decision that these things are going to be destroyed. And this leads to him basically going scorch earth, like the level of destruction, like that he does to this plateau. Like, I mean, he destroys all the food in the area, he kills all the game. He is not playing around with these creatures. He has made a decision that these things are going to die, and they're going to die now. This unfortunately leads to the fun that is a moment where he basically plans out. He uses the greatest weapon mankind has, carpentry. And he builds.
He
He
uses the
built,
old chief's hut and fortifies the shit out of it. So much so that not even a bull elephant could blast through the front door.
yep,
Oh my god.
yep. He goes all in. Are we still there? Hello?
Yeah, we're still here, damn it. We're still here. Keep yapping.
Okay. So after doing this, and oh, by the way, he gets the head of the leader, the chief, because they left the head to be an asshole. He puts the head on a tree to watch. And as he gets the creatures to all go in there for the kill,
Yes,
that's
because
where,
he cuts open some animal carcasses and fresh game because he piles it
yeah,
almost like a meat pit in a
yeah,
way.
yeah. And then he sets fire to the hut while they're all in there screaming and trying to get
Oh,
out. So they get,
he locked and barred the gate.
yeah,
That gate that not even a bull elephant could blast through.
yeah,
They are within a cage of timber,
yeah.
and hell
And
has come a knocking to reclaim them.
yeah, and that's what makes it great because at that point, the chief had a boastful laugh, and boy, all of a sudden the appearance.
You're jumping. You're jumping.
What?
You're jumping. So all the creatures burn up, and you can hear their carnal screams. But within the smoke,
Yeah,
now you go, Chief. Within the
yeah,
smoke of Kane finally avenging these people and all his exhaustion, because when people have that moment of you put all your power, your focus into one thing, and you finally achieved something.
yeah. It literally leads off with this moment where you hear the chief like laughing, almost like he's overjoyed. Revenge has been given, and
And he could have
what
sworn the smile on the head.
yeah, yeah, and what made it truly amusing when it was all said and done, Solomon Kane. After all that, the night is gone. Everything is what does Solomon Kane do after all this? He leans, he kneels down to God and prays. And it is probably one of the most epic prayers in a book I've ever seen. Like,
I was also gonna mention the beautiful part about the chief's head laughing hanging from the tree is because
yeah,
in previous books it's shown magic exists. The great voodoo man, the juju man, has shown Kane that magic does exist in the lands of the jungle.
Well,
but the way Robert E. Howard wrote it is you couldn't tell at the moment if it was true magic of the spirits being avenged or if it was Kane's own insanity playing tricks on him in the fire.
It could have been either or. Was also
that's what I liked about it. Is it left it up to the reader to decide. I liked.
So some of the other books, magic exists. Oh yeah, no. Solomon Kane knows magic exists, but this was a energy that the first time, like this moment of natural, unnatural, and the supernatural all meshed into one thing, and it ends in a fucking prayer. Absolutely beautiful. So, final thoughts, Bob, on Solomon Kane. I'm going to go use the washroom, so go ahead, Bob. Have fun.
This book is an absolute 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I actually liked this because it felt like something was done, and it wasn't like the other book where the entire hunt for the wolf, like in the previous book, could have been its own series. It didn't skip over a good part, or a part that could have been juicy as he's doing his hunt. This one, the reason it skipped over is because it was that moment of peace for, I believe, months that Solomon Kane had with the people. And that one, I understand fast-forwarding through that. So that's why I'm giving this an 8 out of 10 as opposed to, I think, the 6 out of 10 I gave to the previous book.
You know, for me, there are four Conan for me, there are 4 Conan the Barbarian and 4 different books I like that Robert E. Howard did. This is legitimately that. Like, this is one of the 4. And I actually will say this. It's a toss-up between The Rogues in the House, that detective episode, and this book are like my 3 most favorite. I was
going to say Demon and Iron. I love the Demon and Iron.
Yeah, but these are my absolute favorites of his books. So Robert E. Howard is an amazing writer, and it's sad that he really, like, it's sad at what happened to him, like the inevitability, his unfortunate side. But like,
this proves something to people. Also, the naysayers. Robert E. Howard, when he's not talking about the horny, can write fucking monsters. That's what I really liked about this book too. Is like he's not glazing over the horny. He's talking about the beast, the monsters. And I like that description that he gave to him.
Well, he's always been good at writing the monsters. The question is like, it's just unfortunately, like I said, a lot of people will focus on the horny. I think that's more of a modern day thing than it was an old day thing for Robert E. Howard. Because at the time, most people have forgotten his works now. We're at a point now where the reason I started doing the book club was because I had someone say, "Who's Robert E. Howard?" to me, and I'm like, "Oh no, we're talking about him now."
Oh, dude, just yesterday I had somebody ask who John Carpenter is, and I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Yeah, no, it's crazy because these are people that and no, I've had people say that to me. I've had people say, and it's like you say Conan the Barbarian, and they'll go, "Oh, Conan," but then it's like their brain doesn't.
Conan Exiles, modern Conan.
Yeah, which is kind of it's more based off the comic writings than they are the actual old books. Although
a little bit of the RPG book. In the case of Conan Exiles, they take a lot from the RPG books.
Do they really?
Yes.
I hated both me and Bob have both dealt with those books, and we both don't like them.
The only once again, I go back to the old thing. The only reason I like the RPG books is their overall explanation of the different lands. Now, whether or not it was Mr. Howard's intention of like this land is this land is that, it has this, that, and the other thing. I think the best way they were able to extrapolate from his writings and then put it into the RPG books. I don't think they come at it from a place of malice. I think they just genuinely tried to piece the world together.
I think they've done I think they've done a good job, but I honestly am I'm more of the purist on this. I think it's the same thing with them working on Bond shit. I fucking hate what they're doing with Bond.
Oh yeah, Soy Boy Bond.
Yeah, not a fan.
Why do they gotta keep making him younger?
Yeah, can we stay away from that? Like, not a fan. Don't do that. Don't do that to my boy Bond. Bond needs.
I was never a big spy guy, but I still understand it. It's like, no, man. James Bond was the guy. That was the Chad of the times.
Yeah. Happy holiday for 51 for your 51st date. Oh, that's what Shadow Man said today to Orc War Chief. Happy Canada Day to Bob. Happy holiday first date. All right, boys. Tonight, let's get.
My question is, where do we put the 51st star?
We have to rearrange all of them.
So tonight, I guess it's my pick for tonight, and I think we're gonna do. I'm thinking here. We got some games here. I'm just kind of debating. Should we continue our Way of the Samurai video? Yeah, let's continue the Way of the Samurai, and then we'll go to another game.
I don't want to think.
Bob can't be a part of Way of the Samurai. Bob fails at the Way of the Samurai, so we're not going to worry about Bob and his parts.
Honestly, good, because I don't want to think right now. I want to yap.
Oh, Bob, we are going to have so much fun when I finally get the next. When Bob gets video games, we're making him play certain things. Oh,
LCX approves video games.
No! I'm not a monster. How dare you?
I'm not a monster.
Yeah, what the?
No, we are going to be looking at the things that we're going to be looking at. One of them is going to be a game called. One of the games we're going to be looking at is a very fun game. It is the game that I like to jokingly call Galarians, and we're going to make him play Galarians.
Why does that sound like an alien race?
You'll find out, Bob. Oh Lord! Although we unfortunately can't show the ending to Galarians because the boss fight to Galarians is kind of boobies. There's boobies, and they get upset when you have boobies on stage.
Yeah, it's weird. That is so strange. It's like
I hate it.
We want you to respect Woman, but we're gonna remove everything that is associated with Woman. How dare you show Woman?
Yeah,
I am confused. What direction do I go in? What do I do?
Yep, I agree. I'll take it. You are. No, it makes me annoyed. Trust me. I agree with you, man. But no, it kind of pisses my ass off. So we just got our first Buddhist beads, which are a good item because it increases your actual health by 100 points. Very useful.
Yeah. Now, I gotta ask you, do you ever run into Benki in this game?
Who?
Benki.
What's that from? I know the name, but my brain doesn't want to register it.
The Mad Monk, also known as the Traveling Warrior Monk, Benki. The Weapon Master. Goes by many titles. But he's most well known for making a final stand for his master on a bridge. It's like, think of like the Berserker of Stamford Bridge, but Japanese.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't. My brain's registered, like it's going, but I don't remember it.
According to the legend, Benki died standing up.
Ooh.
It was like pin-cushioned and absolutely riddled with arrows, cuts, stabbed by spears.
Yeah.
And according to it, they thought he was still alive. No, he died standing up.
Yeah. This is a cool JRPG, by the way. Like this, I would like say this.
I mean, hell, they even make reference to Benki and Revenger.
Okay, yeah, they do. Okay,
if you want Bob to turn his head, just mention Benki, and you'll see my head just snap around.
So DJ, we definitely got to get you to play this game. This game's actually very fun. I don't know if you've ever heard it. Yeah. Way of the Samurai 2 is amazing.
Also, I do gotta say, I think my favorite rendition of Benki has to be in the Neo series. He's like a half human, half yokai hybrid kind of thing going on, and his armor and weapons are made of pottery. Granted, the man also stands like 7'2".
Yep, he does. Got him.
And for anybody who does modern games, Sohei, the monk character, is supposed to be based off of Benki. I mean, hell, he even, whenever you get all your soul charges, he even cries out, Benki! Whenever he gets his soul charges. Yeah, I think he counts to 10.
Yeah, he does. Damn it.
Like, I appreciate the gimmick, but like conceptually I really like Sohei. I like the warrior mad monk kind of thing going on. It's one of my favorite fads. Which also surprised me. Labyrinth of the Demon King had no mention of Benki.
Well, not everyone does that, so...
True, but it's like, damn. From what I know, Benki is well-traveled. Like, he even went from the real world to the yokai realm, supposedly.
Yeah. So we're having a big old brawl down here. Have you ever seen this game before, TJ, or no?
Nah, but when I hear the word yokai, I usually think about anime when they say Roger, they go yokai. Like they're like, Roger that, yokai. I really read them all the time.
Yeah, no, this is
Roger a demon? Like, is it like Roger that? Oh yeah, that Roger's the fucking demon.
Yokai is kind of a catch-all term.
We heard Roger, so we just translate that to demon.
Yeah, yokai is a catch-all term for most things that are supernatural. It could be a phenomena, it could be a supernatural being, or a god. Yeah, like a prime example, a storm is hitting up the ocean right now, and that could either be a yokai of storms, or it could be a sea monk, Umibozu, causing issues.
Yeah. Well, it's always something supernatural. That's what you gotta learn when it comes to this type of stuff.
That's why yokai interests me, because it's a catch-all term. So from that standpoint, you gotta define from there.
Yep. I am getting beat up. Yeah, I gotcha. Oh! Ooh, that was one hell of a knack. I don't know if you saw that. I got a stunning shot. Let's see the Zento that he gave me. What are we looking at here for weapons? Oh, come on, let me see the sword. Sword select. What did we get here? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Fuck, I got no good swords out of this. I gotta kick a couple corpses just to see if there's anything valuable. Shit. No, nothing of value. Fuck. I was hoping for
anything you want to yap about.
So we're gonna.
I'm just making a YouTube short of me playing WWF something on my Nintendo emulator, and so problem was I decided instead of just going into Photoshop, I would duplicate the background 1,000 times, and I've been realigning that for the past 20 minutes.
Okay. So next on the docket before we kind of we're gonna go back to the where are we on our list of best action RPG games out there?
You talking about the list we have in total so far?
Yeah.
Elden Ring, there was Bloodborne, there was also Baldur's Gate 2 Dark Alliance.
Yeah, which is being slowly dumbed down.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I forgot.
Aren't you writing these down?
No. I was never writing them down. I was putting them to memory, and ever since we stopped talking about it, I forgot most of them.
Okay, Bob, you start writing these down, okay?
Maybe.
Bob,
let's
start.
see if I can jog my memory.
Americans are not educated enough to write shit down. That just sounds like, some Canadian refined people is a nerd stuff there.
No, come on, Bob.
Refined Canadian.
Bob has intelligence. He just doesn't. He just likes to pretend he doesn't.
Bob
I know you're
not an F-35. He's not a flying computer like an F-35.
No. He likes to pretend he doesn't have intelligence. We all know what you have. We know what you're doing.
What's the name of the pet
raccoon
that hangs out in the hangar?
I'm just a stupid seaman.
Yeah,
What's the name of the pet raccoon on HLC?
I have no idea.
The drone? I don't know yet. You know.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. The raccoon that the kid's always with.
He's like making that noise.
Yeah. So Bob, get your pen and paper out, Bob.
Sorry, more pressing matter. What is the raccoon's name?
Ricky.
Not Simon.
Yeah. This is really pressing.
Not Rocco either.
You assholes. I hate you guys right now. Okay, so get out the pen and paper, Bob. Because we're actually. Yeah, you want to do this?
What is his name?
Who cares?
I care. Fuck you.
We're retard the raccoon guy.
I'm actually just gonna look up an HLC video.
Wow, the Google AI answer is hilarious. Franklin! Oh, Franklin!
Franklin! Yeah! Franklin says. Franklin says, "Fuck you guys."
Okay, boys, let's get to it. So, Bob, get the paper.
We wouldn't say we have our own Franklin in the Gabi, but it doesn't work like that because Gabi's biased.
Yes, Gabi is biased. So,
unfortunately, we can't have someone unbiased like Franklin.
Yeah. So, yes, we want to make a weapon approval.
Alright. Funny part, when they say pen and paper, they really mean pencil and paper.
Let's improve. Let's do whatever you like.
Whatever I like?
No, Bob. Next, no, not you.
Oh.
Nice try. Nice try.
You wouldn't like whatever I want to do.
Fuck, we lost some damage, but we'll come back to this blacksmith again and get that attack up. But we have 9 defense now to our sword, so that's a lot of damage bonus to the sword. So next on the docket for all right. So number 1 was Elden Ring, I believe. Number 2 was what was number 2? Fuck. I actually can't remember.
Yet this man has the audacity to get me to remember
Bloodborne.
things.
The number 2 is Bloodborne.
There you go. That's what I'm looking for. There you go.
Yeah, so there's Bloodborne.
Quick question. Why is putting an E at the end of things, what does that even do? Is that just ye old English? Because Bloodborne's actually spelled with an E at the end.
I think so. Number...
No, I'm telling you, it's like, is it like ye old English? Is that why they have Shoppe?
Don't know, actually. Number 3 was Dark Souls, I believe. I just don't know which one we picked. It was 2, wasn't it 2?
We went for Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 2 is the best, but Dark Souls 3 is the big seller.
Okay. So next on the docket was not Dark Souls. I believe it was Fallout New Vegas, because everyone and their grandmother talks about Fallout New Vegas.
Actually, it would have been Fallout 3 followed by New Vegas.
Okay, so it was Fallout 3 that yeah, okay. So
because we're going based on not just knowledge, but also sales.
Okay, yeah.
And how many people are willing to stick with New Vegas outside of word of mouth if your buddy says it's good? Not everybody's a techie, you know?
Yeah,
not everybody's willing to stick out.
Yeah, so we might as well put Fallout 4 on that list, as much as I hate to say that is more of a modding situation. But 4 probably should end up on there. Like, let's be honest. I was going to put it lower on the list, but I think that's a solid list for that.
Don't forget Skyrim.
No Skyrim, because Skyrim would be number 1.
Okay.
Skyrim already has its title on the top RPG of all time.
Action RPG, yeah.
Yep.
One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Total of 8. So that's 2. Oh yeah, it's Dark Alliance 2.
No, Dark Alliance. We gotta leave Dark Alliance out until we get to like lower on that. That's gotta be
down to 7. Okay.
Yeah. So the other one was fuck. What was the other one? Shit. As much as I hate to say this, because of how popular it was, it's gonna suck. Is the best Final Fantasy Chrono Trigger? Yes. Let's be honest, Bob. This is gonna annoy you.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7 is Diablo 3.
Yeah. Fucking hated Diablo 3. I don't know. I know why my buddies liked it. I get it. But it's not a Diablo game, I'll be yeah. It is... Now I think about it. Diablo 3 legit is just Warcraft Diablo.
It really is. It really... But it is an action RPG. It does fall under the action RPG title, unfortunately, as much as I don't... Like I said, I hate saying that, but...
Diablo 2 is superior in every way, but nothing beats Diablo 1. But I will say Diablo 2 is the best. Best for LAN parties. My god, the LAN parties went fucking hard.
Yep. Oh yeah, that game was one of the best for that, and I don't deny that. But no, we, Shit, I failed this mission, damn it.
I remember playing as Druid and pissing off the person who played Necromancer because I got the vine that eats corpses.
Yep. But
I didn't tell him about it either.
Yeah, so that action RPG, like, because Diablo 1 Diablo 1 and 2 are more, you could call them action RPGs, but they are more RPG oriented. Diablo 3 is definitely not, like, most of the time
So what you're telling me is Diablo 2 requires more brain power. Noted.
Yeah.
You are required to think. I know that is the hardest thing for a gamer to do, at least a modern gamer, is thinking. With how on rails most of these modern games try to keep you, God, it fucking pisses me off. What if I don't want to follow you? What if I just want to shoot you? You know? I always hate the new Bethesda thing of essential NPC. Fucking hate that. But go ahead, Jake. Go ahead.
Surrounded by fruit. Yeah, hold on. I gotta.
That was my time in California.
Yeah, I'm. I didn't say anything. I might have laughed. So, DJ, you got an action RPG we should probably be looking at.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, an action RPG could be something along the lines of Diablo, Dark Souls. I got one actually that we might might surprise you.
It doesn't have turn-based is probably a really simple way of putting it.
Yeah.
Well.
So I guess you could say Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, Knights of the Old. That's exactly what I was about to say. Was Knights of the Old Republic, but I wanted to let DJ kind of get one freebie so I could. What do you think? What do you think? Knights of the Old Republic?
Probably. I mean, that is a proper action RPG then.
Okay. So Knights of the Old Republic. Yep.
Would we count Mass Effect in there at all?
Yes.
Okay. Which one? Original?
No, actually, because the original wasn't as popular as Mass Effect 2 and 3.
Okay, so I'll say Mass Effect 2. Because that was the one that blew up.
Yeah, that was the one that blew up. I can't think of anybody.
Mass Effect 3, a lot of people did not like.
Yep.
I also had the issue of Mass Effect 3. That was the era where we can't fit the game on one disc, so we give you 2 discs. So at a certain point, insert disc 2. Oh, sorry, error. Can't read disc 2. Sorry,
yeah,
disc 2 is not working.
Yeah.
I would have that. Either the system couldn't read it, or it was an error within the save files that discontinued disc 2. Never, ever do that. Alright, if you can't crunch your game down to a single disc, you're doing your job wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Goddamn Magistrate decided to pick a fight with me, little fucking cocksucker.
And then we got onto the digital downloads, and now you look at the gigage that some of these games have, and it's just like, how about you go eat a bag of dicks? In no world should a game require 160-something gigs on my system.
Oh God, 780 gigs for the Grand Theft Auto, apparently.
Oh yeah, and those asking prices, the basic standard edition, even if it is a pre-order, is like $80. The Supreme Mega Ultra Fancy edition's legit $99.99. 100 clams right there.
Yeah.
Probably 104 after tax.
I kicked the baby. Don't kick the baby. I kicked the baby.
What a bastard.
Okay, so no, like, that is kind of funny, though, that we have that level of what the fuck. It's just kind of amusing that like, some of the stuff with that is just kind of makes me laugh. Oh, now we got the big thug guys that are walking around now. We've been playing
like Yakuza, where you got Mr. Shakedown.
Yeah, we got the big shakedown big guys, yeah. So there's our pay.
With Yakuza? That could be an action RPG. Probably Yakuza 0.
That's a question. Yeah, I guess. I'm thinking about that. You're
because
not wrong.
Like a Dragon is when they swap to that turn-based system, but Yakuza 0 and the Yakuzas before that, it's like a 3D fighter game with RPG elements.
But that is it just a 3D fighting? Is it just a beat 'em up with RPG elements? Like we're not adding River City Girls to this action.
Would
RPG.
you count the game you're playing as an action RPG?
Well, I would count this game as an action RPG because there's more elements than just the fighting in it.
Yeah, same with Yakuza.
Yeah, I don't know. I see. That's the thing. I would consider Yakuza more of a beat 'em up. This is very RPG element.
But you get the point I'm making is not only do you have choices in Yakuza with the side stories. The way I look at it, Way of the Samurai walked so Yakuza could run. Because you're effectively doing the same thing, except instead of loading into a different zone, you're just walking to the zone. Because you have a full city to work with.
That's a question.
And on top of the side stories, you have different things you could do. Like, you could do pit fighting. In the newer ones, you could run a business.
Yeah. Let's get DJ's thoughts on this here. What's your thoughts before we...
The game, I like the Japanese motif. I think it's.
But
really,
do you believe?
really...
Do you believe that this is a? Do you believe that Yakuza is an action RPG?
Oh, what is this? I mean, it's kind of like one, but you're doing a lot of first-person shit. But it is an RPG. You're playing a role. There is some action, and some of the action isn't so much action as it is like.
Well, let's get Reggie's in here too. Let's get everyone involved.
I don't know if Reggie works right now. Reggie, are you up yet, buddy? Ah, shit. Yeah, so Reggie is undergoing some maintenance. We can trade at his LSTV starts, but I don't really know.
Reggie's just sitting on a lawn chair drinking a macchiato of oil.
Wait, here we go. I got a backup voice. I could use my 11 labs. Hey Reggie, is the game Yakuza an action RPG game? We're answering questions for Chief Orc War Chief Reviews, and we got Bob the Marauder here. So yeah, what do you think? I was trying to think it through. I was like, oh, it's first
Bob claims it is
action, but then I said, well, there's a lot of absurd events happening, like the part where you're on the trolley taking pictures of milk. So, I remember there was a lot of lore in there with the whole Yakuza thing where the guy cut off his pinky because if like someone is in your family, you gotta own it. So even though the guy wasn't in the family, he owned it and cut off his pinky. It was super awkward for the guy who was faking, pretending to be a Yakuza. But I saw sporadic scenes in the game.
I think you're adding too much meat to the question.
Oh yeah, my friend isn't adding too much meat to the question. Look at the fundamental question. Is Yakuza an RPG game?
I don't mind the DJ conversation points. Like, yeah,
I get it. It's just like you're asking not Reggie for this question. You're asking his associate.
Conductor's assessment. Yes, generally speaking, the classic Yakuza games are considered action RPGs. Here's why. You control a character directly in real-time combat rather than issuing turn-based commands. Your character gains experience, learns new abilities, improves stats, and unlocks combat techniques as the story progresses. There are side quests, equipment, items, money management, and exploration that are all RPG elements. It's not an RPG in the same way as the Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim, or Final Fantasy VI, where you're building an entire party or making major story choices. The focus is on an action-adventure experience with RPG progression layered on top. One small correction. The early Yakuza games are third-person, not first-person. Also worth noting, beginning with Yakuza, Like a Dragon, the series shifted to a turn-based JRPG style. So the franchise now spans both action RPGs and traditional RPGs, depending on the title. So if Orc asks, my answer would be, the classic Yakuza games are action RPGs. The newer, Like a Dragon entries lean into full turn-based JRPG territory. End of line.
Okay, so which one
exactly what I said.
Yeah.
He said exactly what I said.
No, I'm in agreement. I figured we I was uncertain on that one, and I like the I agree. I'm trying to get
like Vegeta right now. I feel like Vegeta. My pride is showing. Kakarot.
No, I'm legitimately,
Yeah, I know. No, I'm not knocking you. I'm just like, oh yeah. Oh, I'm so right. Oh, it's so
Indication.
good. I love being justified. Oh, so great. Oh yeah.
So okay, we got a yes. Okay, so now that we have a yes.
Yeah, I just put down Yakuza in general, but I also am aware the older ones, Like a Dragon, is when it swapped.
Okay, yeah, okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that logic. You're good. So which Yakuza are we taking? Are we doing Yakuza 1?
0. It's between 0 and 5.
Okay.
Those are the ones that were most well known. I think specifically Yakuza Zeros, where a bunch of YouTubers hopped onto it, and the modding is massive for that game.
Okay, so we'll go Yakuza.
Even so much so that the power moves, like a way to finish a guy off, usually like you break his back on a railing or something, or you beat him to death with a bike. He usually swaps out for something goofy, like out of nowhere. Kiryu busts a move, like he's in the disco, and the guy just has a heart attack on the spot.
Speaking about modding, they modded Michael Jackson into the what's it called?
Dead
Death
at
at the
Disco.
Disco? Yeah.
That game has a lot of mods. I mean, hell, they have one where you have Luna from Hell of a Boss. They even had Agnes Tachyon from Uma Musume.
Nope.
Yeah, that game's pretty big for its mods.
It's interesting to see a game go modded like that, like almost instantly. Like the game came out, there was already mods for it. I was like, what? I've never seen that before.
For a game like that, I have no issue with it at all. I mean, hell, it's a rhythm fighting game, and it's like, that's neat. And like, instead of it just being Beat Saber where you smack tubes and shit, this one you were putting the smack down on fuckers while on beat. It is an experience. It's like you take Sifu mixed with Beat Saber or some shit.
So next on the docket, then, if we're saying that one is, and we're adding Yakuza 0, I have to ask the other question: is No More Heroes an action RPG?
Okay. I actually don't know too much about the series.
It's an interesting series, and it's very fascinating.
Isn't it about these like bounty hunters that are trying to be like the top dog?
It's an assassination thing. But there's a lot of there's leveling, there's building your character's physical stats up. There's a lot to that.
Yeah, and I remember there was this one fight that always referenced the tiger and the dragon.
Yeah.
I forget which one the main guy is. I think he's supposed to be the dragon, and then your opponent is the tiger.
Yeah.
Fast strikes and all that.
There's a lot to it. It's just we'll do one other one or whatever you like. This sometimes these can get really broken when you do this here with his sword. He can sometimes, when you do whatever you like, he can perfect it. He can give you like an insane bonus. Come on, fuck off! Back to 0 to oh well. At least I got my points back. Here you go. Don't have anything to do because I don't have any money, you bastard. All right, so let's have a look at our sword now. We've done some maxing on here. My sword is oh fuck off! My sword's back to -4.
I don't think I've ever ran into that in an RPG where your sword actively goes negative.
Oh no! When you have him fucking on your sword, it can get really interesting how that can change it. Like it can have some negatives in big ways. This game is
He what is it? He globbed up the sharpening process, so now it's more dull.
Oh, it has a higher defense, but the funny thing is I lost defense, got the defense back, and got the defense back up to 9, but lost the offense again by 1 point. It was at -5, and now I'm at -4. It's like I said, this game is fascinating for its RPG elements. I would put this on the action RPG game in a heartbeat, but these are the top action RPGs.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we have to go around in normie territory. I hate normie territory.
Yep. Yeah, so I got to go to the auto gang and talk to someone at the auto gang. This would be an interesting situation. But no,
Is that the clown guys?
Yeah, that's the clown guys. That's where you get the crazy. That's where you get the crazy blind chick that's in this game. You smell blood.
I won't lie. When I was watching Revenger,
yeah.
When I saw was the circus master,
yeah,
I immediately thought of the auto gang.
Oh.
My dark angel. My sweet Neo.
Okay, let's see if this guy's got it. Ooh, ow.
Another thing that's fun whenever I watch the series that the chief tells me to watch, I feel like I get an inkling into his brain and where he got his ideas for certain parts of the D&D campaign.
Well, I've never used the Revengers in D&D, so, you know.
No, that's the key factor there. In the circus, you had the creepy clown man. That was supposed to be kind of a hook, but we kind of went past it.
Yeah.
And whenever I saw the circus master in Revenger, I was like, I'd imagine that's what that clown looked like. And then I see aspects from like the Solomon Kane books. It's not like direct.
Oh no!
It's like little tidbits here and there that's kind of like corkboard into what you made at the end of the day. It's not solid. It's more ethereal.
Don't say direct, Bob. It legit was actually. There's an entire campaign we did for where I actually used the Solomon Kane thing. That was an entire campaign on one of the Bob. That was one of your Bob on the Boat campaigns.
Yeah. Yeah, the where I got the shield and one of our buddies got the shark tooth sword. Yeah, I remember that. The cockatrices, the demon harpies, and those eel mermaids in the water.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting seeing how the little tidbits add up, and it's like, that's where he got this. Maybe not completely directly, you know, it's not a 1-for-1, but it's pretty close.
Yep.
It adds up.
Oh yeah, I put some serious effort into those. You know, it's funny how it's interesting about the auto gang is I've noticed that some of their swords the durability is shit, but they do a lot of damage. Meanwhile, the magistrates will have great durability, but they're the weakest ass fucking blades in the game.
Well, that's because the magistrates aren't using blades.
Yeah. The other ones have the shittiest durability. Like this sword has a wonder. You block, I block.
You're talking about the police, right? The magistrates.
Yep.
Yeah, those aren't swords. Those one-hand things, those are basically batons.
No, all of them have. Bob, yeah, some of them have the baton, but some of them have like swords. You actually can run. There's two types of magistrates. There's the actual like law enforcement, and then there's the actual like requisite guards.
Okay, but yeah, that I think it's called like the Chinese whip.
Yeah.
Is like if you translate it from Chinese, it means whip, but it's just a bar mace.
Tampa. Yeah, the Tampa. Yeah.
It's not Tampa. Tampa's something else. Tampa originated over in Okinawa.
Okay. So we next thing on the list there, Bob. So what if you added knights? So what's next on that list here? What are we going to add? What's one more we're going to add before we talk about the AC stuff? That we'll let DJ kind of run the AC story.
The air conditioning?
Yeah, we're doing one more, and then we'll get to the AAC
Okay,
comic.
so one more action RPG that I can boggle my noggin for.
Yeah.
But it has to be known, like well known. That's tough, because there were a ton of flops recently.
What about that desert game that just came out that's super fucking popular?
Desert game?
Yeah. Desert Sands or something like Desert Rose.
Crimson Desert?
Crimson Desert, that's what it was.
I thought that was an MMO. Oh,
Is it
wait,
an
no.
MMO?
Yeah, wait. Crimson Desert. I thought you... My brain went to Black Desert, thinking of the MMO. No, yeah, that fit. Yeah, Crimson Desert is an action RPG.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put that down. Alright. DJ, stage is yours.
You are at your
Yeah,
stage.
so
I'm in this washroom.
It's pretty simple. So it started when my friend mentioned about like some bullshit about some new law in Europe, but then like I googled it and it was like it was like it was like not completely accurate. So then it comes down to like multiple things, but part of it was like in Germany, for instance, there was some drama about this. It turned out they had some regulation about air conditioners, including a government building where the first 7 floors they don't have air conditioning, but the last 7 floors, like the 7th to the 12th floor where the fucking higher ups are located, they do have air conditioning. So then there's been an online debate. Europeans every year, they bitch about the heat, especially, this year. But this time around, when people are like, hey, why don't you guys get air conditioning? There's like been this whole talk about, oh, no, we don't do that because of the environment. And I remember even CBS News did a report 1 second.
Yeah, that people were dying because they. Yeah.
Oh, so that's another thing. So I'm glad you brought that up. So yeah, basically there's been like 1,000 people in the past month died from heat in France alone, and that's more people who die from like second handheld Nintendo Zapper like devices in America who die all year. So they lose more people to heat than we lose to that. But anyway, the online debate's to the point where like people like I saw this lady on CBS who's British and she's speaking on behalf of all of Europe. They're talking about how like because energy prices are high and all of this, what we do is in Rome, for example, they have sprinklers out so people can cool off and stuff like that. But then in hospitals and nursing homes, they don't have air conditioning. So at least for your most vulnerable population, maybe you should at least invest in air conditioning. And they're showing examples of like how some people get those indoor window air conditioners where there's like a little like pipe going to the window to blow the hot air out. And the British lady's like, oh well, we're okay with it because we'd rather deal with the heat than hurt the environment because having air conditioners, more air conditioners increases warming in the surrounding environment. Now, of course, some people would argue it doesn't. There's a heat island effect, but from what I can figure, you get more of a heat island effect from paving the ground than you do from just having a lot of air conditioners in one area. So then other Europeans like, oh, but we have old architecture, we can't put air conditioners in. Like, well, there's many old homes in America, and we have air conditioners, and they're just making these excuses. And some people say, oh, we only get 2 weeks of hot. Well,
Can I interject something like the honest truth of what I think's going on?
I have a hunch too. I think where you're going. Yeah.
Yeah. So simply put, here's the problem. You have a countries that literally said, we hate nuclear power. Nuclear power bad.
Yeah.
And we hate coal. Coal is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just like, okay, we gotcha. But the problem is. Oh, go ahead.
No, I can empathize. Yeah, the methods by which you produce energy, that's where the real warming comes from, right? If we believe in the narrative of climate and stuff.
Well, yeah. Well, it's also the fact that like. Well, again, we're nowhere near any other country. Like, look at Canada and America. Like, America has a huge is number 3 or 4 on that market, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're pretty big on the bear. We gotcha. But the problem is, we all know we're pretty big. Like but we're nowhere near what China's hitting on.
Yeah,
China's numbers. Like, China's hitting. And again, they not only do they use nuclear, but they use like other resources too. China is not on the small dock of what people seem to think. These fuckers are.
They got no fucks given about how much coal they use.
Yeah, but they do use nuclear. They use a little bit of everything, from what I've been told. And it's
they even
like,
have high voltage DC. So when you use windmills and stuff like that, and hydroelectric, it makes more sense to use high voltage DC. So it's actually pretty cool. It doesn't make them better, but it is a smart way to implement hydroelectric, because then you're not converting into AC and back into DC again, or you're not converting from DC into AC. They're going straight high voltage DC, so that you need higher voltages to go longer distances, or you need alternating current.
Yeah, like we all know what's going on here. We've kind of known what's going on for a very.
Or made. I know it ties in because, like, nursing homes, like, they had cardiac surgery wards that, survival rates are worse when you don't have air conditioning in those environments. It puts a lot of stress on the patients who are receiving cardiac operations. And think about it like this. There's lots and lots of socialized medicine over there. And maybe there is, on the down low, a plot where, like, oh, this is another way to thin out those numbers. But that's not even where I'm going with this. When I talk about air conditioning, I'm primarily talking about just the debate online and the talking points people are expressing in favor of not having air conditioning. It's like, even poor people in America will save up money to buy a window air conditioner because it is a vast improvement of your quality of life, even to a person with no money, that they're willing to buy that thing when it's oppressively hot.
Well, it's funny because, like I said, and it's not like these aren't easy to put out. Like, you can get ACs out here, and when you, like I said, when you have countries that legitimately have a larger, like, are burning more stuff than normal, you're not infecting the environment. The truth is, they have been fucking with their environment and their energy factors to a point that's absolutely absurd. The fact that countries gave up on some of their largest resources for some of the most stupidest fucking things. Like, this is why I hate a lot of I hate the red tape society. I really do. I'm an avid believer of that shit where we're not functionally doing what needs to be done. Like, I've said time and time again, why are we wasting our energy like that? And yet here we are doing that, like, just come on, stop. No, we're not. We're gonna completely ignore what we're doing and try to do something that's completely stupid here. It's like, oh, okay, do we have feasible means to do it? No.
And so basically, like, that's another thing. It's like, well, is the cost benefit there? Is all this investment in fixing this problem actually going to make a dent in that problem? But
no, it's not.
Another thing is that air conditioning. There's 3 types of air conditioners, and I was researching this now. My dad wants to get a new air conditioner for the kitchen. We've had a window unit for years, and I told my dad about how, he knew about mini splits, but I had to educate him on how air conditioners really work. Understandable that people don't know how they work, but bottom line is a mini split is a lot like a central air conditioner, except that you have a condenser. So the condenser is the box that's outside. That's the part that gets hot, and the fan blows on it to get the heat away. And then on the inside of the house, those are called the evaporator coils, and that's the part where you blow air over those, and the air gets cold, and that's the principle. So between the evaporator and the condenser, there's a pipe. There's pipes, a loop. And so what's cool about, a mini split is it's a lot like a window air conditioner where you can put one in each room so that you're not cooling the entire dwelling and wasting energy cooling every room with a very massive unit. But you can, still, like a central unit, you separate the condenser. You don't have it hanging from the window. You can put it on the ground. You can hang it from a bracket. You can put it anywhere you want, wherever the pipe will go. And they're about 30 to 50% more efficient. So if Europeans can't put window air conditioners in their antique architecture because it doesn't fit, they got French windows that open like a certain way, whatever the case is, you look at Asia, they got mini splits everywhere. The Japanese love their mini splits, the Chinese, the Hong Kongers. Now, they have pretty messy installations, but you could put them in different places. You can make arrangements saying, we're going to cordon off this one area on the side next to the fire escapes where nobody is hearing the noise. Or we're going to build this little partition here so that the noise is, reduced. Like, there's options. And instead of being solution-oriented, some of them make excuses. Like in Britain, I get it. In Britain, they genuinely do only get about 2 weeks of summer a year. But an air conditioner is something that will last you over a decade if you buy it once.
Yeah, well, they can last even longer. Like, I have an AC that's going. Oh, I left my AC pretty much on. Actually, I'm going to go check the water right now.
They really do. Like, I mean, my dad had an air conditioner for 30 years before it kicked on us, and that's when he bought the Frigidaire unit for the living room. That's pretty massive. That can cool pretty much like the living room and everything downstairs. And I remember I was talking about mini splits with my dad, and I was surprised. He was like, "Oh, like one of the things you can do at a mini split is you can get a larger condenser unit and have two." So mini splits are the ones where you have that rectangular piece that's near the ceiling on the outward-facing wall. That's a mini split, and you can either have one outdoor condenser unit for each of those, indoor evaporator units, or you can have like one condenser and like multiple indoor units hooked up to the pipes for the same thing. So
Yeah.
it's like flexible as fuck.
And the other big theory I have, I don't mean to cut you off, but the other big theory I have is that this is actually based like there was this idea, this fear back in the day that, because back when ACs first came out, there was this, ACs throw out Freon and all this other like evil stuff in our environment. And there are people in Europe that most likely still think this to this day.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
And they do when you dispose of them, but they've come out with new refrigerants that are safer. Some of them are not as good, but it's all about how you dispose of the unit that it releases refrigerant. It has nothing to do with the operation of the unit. Now, they do blow heat out of the condenser unit, but that heat is because the coils are giving off heat. It's pretty cool how air conditioners work. It's basically like you have a pump that's circulating refrigerant on the inside of the air conditioner, on the inside part of your dwelling where the cold evaporator coils are. That's maintained as a low pressure or negative pressure environment. And on the condenser side of the coils, there's essentially a pump and a valve. And the outside part is the condenser. And how does it get this stuff to condense? Because think about it, you just made the refrigerant evaporate from liquid into gas. Great, now you're pumping it into the condenser coil. How does the condenser make it condense? This is really cool. It maintains a positive or high pressure environment. And there's this weird quirk of physics. When you take any gas and you pressurize it, it gets hotter. But in the case of refrigerant, it doesn't just get hotter, it also turns back into liquid. So it turns into liquid while getting hotter. Then you blow air on the coils to get rid of that increased heat. And then by the time it goes back into the evaporator side of the coil, it goes back into a negative pressure environment, which accelerates how quickly it evaporates. And that's why the coils can always be at a state of cold. So now it's not releasing extra heat. All you're doing is moving heat from inside to outside. That doesn't increase the temperature at all outside, or at least it doesn't, ultimately it's like a small amount from indoor. But in fairness, anything that uses electricity does produce waste heat. So the only excess heat or additional heat is the waste heat. And even then, air conditioners are the more efficient way to move heat from point A to point B.
It's this mentality that, they're going to destroy the environment, and you're killing the environment by using AC. Yeah, I have legit had people with this mentality that, you're killing you turn on your AC, you kill the environment. And I'm like, no, that's not how that works.
Oh, you say if it was that easy, then I think we'd be dead by now.
Yep.
I'd say the environment is not a house of cards. It has its own way of compensating, because if it didn't, we would have died in the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, like we're nowhere near. Yeah, we actually, let's be honest, we did more damage to ourselves back then. Holy shit, did we ever do more damage to ourselves back then? We were like Jesus fuck, if you knew what was going on back then, eh?
Mm-hmm. So, that's absolutely true. And in England, for example, they had this thing called the peppered moth, and it was basically like it was like a fucking moth that was white, and then one day they had a moth that was not white, had black dots on it, and it survived better because there was so much in it.
Yeah, exactly. We got ourselves.
But there's a dichotomy between, they do embrace environmentalism, and sometimes they have better consumer protections in Europe, I'll give them that. But because of this nanny state situation, people have been duped into thinking that it's not okay to fucking be comfortable or cool or outright safe. Because it becomes a safety thing when you got old people involved and we're acting like this is wrong to fucking care about them.
Yeah, which is silly, which is it is absolutely silly.
So,
And we are
like,
we are playing with like there's nothing wrong with having certain environmental things. Like if you do stuff properly, guess what? You're not going to do any damage to the environment, you know? Like
and that's like they have options. Like I know they like their windmills, and you know, there's a million ways to do things. It's very annoying the nature. You know, it's funny. New York State now wants to open up, wants to build a new nuclear power plant. We literally just shut down Indian Point in like 2 years ago. And I remember the fucker who played the Incredible Hulk was in this dumb video where they're like, "We want to shut down Indian Point because we care about the environment." And it's like, dude, if you care about the environment, that's like actually carbon neutral right there. If that's what you're worried about, that's the one. Now I get it. People worry about how we manage nuclear waste, or you know, nuclear waste came out of the ground. So where are we putting it? Back in the ground. What's the big deal? We have places for that. But even if you, my attitude would be, if I was in charge of this, I would just say leave the nuclear waste on an open lot inside special containers, because that's what they do when they're temporarily storing it anyway. That's how I would do it. That's just me. But you know, I understand like people might, you know, because it's so hard to get like nuclear waste onto a diesel locomotive. These environmentalists, they'll wait on the track and like basically block the diesel locomotive. It's like they just can't make them happy.
no, you can't. You cannot make these people happy. They have no mental logic for making themselves happy. They actually hate themselves when it's succeeding, it pisses them off. They get angry when stuff goes right. It's because again, it's grifting. Like my friend made a joke about it. We talked about it years ago. This is all grifting. It's not actually like looking after and protecting people. It has nothing to do with that. It's all about the grift. And like we see it, like this is why I keep making this reference, and I'll say it again because this is going to be the catchphrase for the fucking channel. The worst thing for humanity is we made protesting a job, and we made goddamn charity profitable. This is why shit is going the way it is. I cannot stand that we're going this route with a lot of stuff. It really does piss me off as a person. Because, like, I want to be able to make sure everything's safe, and it's not safe when you have this shit go off the ground.
Yep.
That's kind of how I look at it. None of this shit is safe. That really makes me mad because it's like, fuck. We get a lot of people that pretend that they don't. Oh no. It's like, buddy, come on, really?
And you know, just it is an amusing debate. It's sad that the Europeans think it's cool to express themselves like this, but it's like, you know, look, we just, you know, we have something that works. It's a technology. It's like, don't bitch about the cold. If you're gonna bitch about the cold, then don't tell me why you can't have air conditioning. If you're gonna bitch about it, then we're gonna tell you how to solve it. And if you're gonna act like that's not cool, then I don't know what to tell
Like
them.
you say, how cost effective is this? Like a good example is there's a very interesting thing. You ever heard of the you kind of get a laugh at this one. Have you ever heard about the story of what's the name of it now? Shit. I'm having a fart moment. I apologize. Like they have there's parts of Europe that have heated streets. So they have
Oh yeah, the solar roadways.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't think that's like ever been really successful. I think it was more like what's the word? A like not a gimmick, but it was a gimmick. It was like definitely like I remember Thunderfoot, as much as he could be dumb sometimes, he was right. I mean, he's not that dumb. He was right about this one, but it was like the energy you need in order to like melt snow with them would exceed the energy they can produce. So the theory is cool. Like, okay, you can make like LEDs.
Well,
The
certain
other issue
places
with
do.
them was that when
Yeah.
you scratch them up with tires and dust on the road, now you have silica dust in the air, which is terrible. And on top of that, once again, like the solar efficiency goes down when you scratch it.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking hysterical. It is fucking hysterical the way they do it. By the way, Bob, we're taking little no name to the festival now.
She has a name.
Do you remember it?
Start with an S.
Sayako.
Yeah.
So we're going to the festival with little Sayako.
Time for a wholesome moment.
Yeah,
But
Bob,
before I
better
go
watch it.
eat dinner, are there any other questions or thoughts you want to add or inquire upon that maybe I can elucidate on, or just things that you want feedback on about this thing? Any additional thoughts about this air conditioner gate, as I'm calling it? And I'm making a TV opening. It's gonna have this song, the Stargate SG1. Air
Can we-
conditioner gate SG1. And it's gonna be like da da. Da, 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 da.
I'm still waiting for it to come
Kind of
out.
funny. I'm actually listening to the Beowulf theme song right now. You're almost on tune.
I don't want. Oh god. But that's my plan.
But I wanted to ask you. You think we could rebrand nuclear power so the hippies don't get afraid again? You think we can call it something else?
We
It might be
unfortunately Americana is completely your fault.
You gonna buy
And
Well, yeah, it's in the name, Americana.
Hey,
yeah, your mythos
loaded.
has destroyed nuclear
that's
power.
a different story.
See, the fear after Hiroshima, like from a
What's
lore
your problem?
perspective.
Too
Bunch
much?
of boomers getting
The
high
price
on
is written
LSD
right
and
here,
shit,
clear as
making
day.
choices for
Tuvio,
us.
see?
God, what
Yeah.
a grand idea.
Can't you?
Yeah, that was the funniest thing to me, is hearing the word from an old Vietnam vet
Hey, guy.
that I was with one time. He mentioned how you notice the hippie movement died when there was no more war. Because all the hippies were a bunch of sissies that didn't want to be drafted.
Damn.
All of a sudden, no more war, no more hippies.
Yep. Well, no, they're still out there. They unfortunately exist as a element.
They do. They do. But I heeded his words, and it's like, there's truth to that.
Yep. Like they unfortunately exist. That's the problem.
I remember seeing a bunch of old boomers at the gas station today. They were doing a bunch of old man stuff, like talking about nothing and sitting around. You know how it is.
Yep. I hate it. Oh, she's giving us Bob. She's giving us a little candy treat.
Oh.
She bought with her own money.
So,
Does she
any
want to
other
see the
thoughts
fireworks?
before I eat dinner?
I'll let her
Oh,
sit
what?
on my shoulders if she wants to see the fireworks.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy your Japanese game, and I hope you enjoy your Beowulf song, Bob. But,
Yeah, we will-
Yeah, you got a point. It was about self-interest from the boomers who didn't want to get drafted, and a lot of them are patriotic today. Some of them are not. Some of them are hippie leftists, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's kind of ironic that they're cool
Commies
with
in
entering war.
disguise.
I'm okay with this Iran situation, but I empathize with people who say oh yeah, of course the boomers are in favor of this war now. That they don't have to get drafted, they don't have to go to that war. But that being said, we have a volunteer force. People know what they signed
Well,
up
that was the mentality of Desert Storm. The boomers don't have to go, so now they're throwing the innocent people into this war. It's interesting, but no, DJ, thank you so much for joining us. Me and Bob are going to stay on for a little more. We're going to probably talk about the fact that Supergirl bombed in the box office.
I didn't pay attention
Okay.
to it at all, but I do
Yeah.
have a meme.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that as we continue this game. And yeah, no, that's going to be the thing for that. Thank you so much. We will see you next time on Orc War Chief. And most likely, I'll probably be on episode 10 or 11 of Babylon 5 by next week. Are you going to join us tomorrow for Throwback Thursday?
I don't know yet, but I might. I gotta double check with someone. I'll send you a message later on tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
Not later tomorrow night, earlier tomorrow or later tonight. But
Yeah.
I you know,
Please.
before I go,
Please do.
Bob,
Yep.
you should watch that Babylon 5 episode. I think Bob Orc mentioned it, and I don't know if it's the one that interests you, but you might be amused by the way that lady talks about the homeless situation. And
Oh
she has
yeah,
that
no, we are definitely if when Bob's going to get Amazon soon to watch Conan, he's going to be watching that.
Okay, because if you need episodes, let me know. But you know, I can point you. But I would just say one more thing. John Sheridan boldly went where every man has gone before, according to Ivanova. And with that being said, Chief, enjoy the remainder of your birthday.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go, man.
All right, lady.
Please.
Here.
I would say, please don't leave me with him. No.
Yeah, all right.
No.
Oh my goodness, they're swinging at children. Oh, here she is, the crazy bitch.
What?
That Chief in general, like the meme I found.
Okay.
Our only target is Chief
Target is Chief
Magistrate
Magistrate.
Kuroha. But kill anyone
Anyone who gets in your way.
Just kill everyone.
Right!
There he is! It's Kuroha!
Protect the chief.
Warring on good people is bad
Kill
for the
every
soul.
one of these thugs.
Joshua
Yeah.
Graham.
Oh no, the little girl. They're gonna attack. So we have a choice. We can protect the magistrate or save the little girl. If she gets too much damage, she will die. That's
You gotta
not
save
a
the little
joke.
girl. You gotta save the little girl. Show these monsters hell on earth. Dare threaten to let from a child. Have you no shame?
I'm hoping to change that sword. I don't want this sword. It's good, but it's.
I want you to fight like a madman.
Yeah, that's why I'm changing to the better sword. Uh-oh, she got hit. No, no, no. There we go. Get out of here. Get out of there. Get out. Get the fuck out of there. Fuck, she's getting killed. She died.
Chief, you suck. I'm done.
She died.
What? Oh no.
Amahara was too harsh a place for us.
You let a little girl die.
This is what happens when people...
But doctor, this
You're all alike. All of you. Get out of here.
How can you sleep at night? You let a girl die. You're a bad gamer.
No, this is perfect. I get revenge now. Little girl's too young and proud. Yeah. So we got the murder. She died. The problem was the girl went right behind the person swinging sword. So I couldn't stop that. It's like, you son of a bitch. I hate when the game does that. I didn't have a character with strong enough samurai rating. Okay. We're at 93 this time. We are Supreme Samurai. Yeah. All right. We got our new character correction. Like, we got some new stuff. There we go. Bob, unfortunately. Bob, you failed.
No, you failed.
Oh. It happens.
Unforgivable.
All right. So, new data. Let's start here. All right. Let's create a new character. So who are we going to name this now? We're not going to do Bob.
Chief sucks butt. That's his name.
Let's go Quinn. Yeah, that is an interesting death. I haven't gotten that story in a while. So we now have two faces. We now have our samurai pretty boy, or we can do lady samurai.
Do it for the culture. Booba. Big booba.
Okay, we go for the culture. Now let's look at our sword. We had Botanai and Center. You know what? Let's put this on the side for now. Put in safe. Let's go back to sword safe. Let's go. Botanai sucks. Drop. Oh yeah, let's go that one. I can fix that. But we're not gonna ready that. 2 swords is good. We're gonna equip the bottom sword. Okay. Do we got any items we can give her? Yeah, actually we do. We got some dried fish. We're almost done tonight. And then we're gonna be watching the fireworks. Alright, so let's restart. So what story are we going to go with this time?
It is the late Edo period.
You know what? We're going to be a Karen this time, okay? We've decided to make the character a Karen.
Oh god. No, not feudal Japanese HOA man.
Yep. So we're giving, the little girl's giving us her rice balls. With her cute little eyes. She blinks at you. Our response is... What are you looking at? Disappear. I want to see your manager.
Yeah. You got that?
All right. So we're walking by. Just wait a second. We haven't seen you around here. What are you doing in Atamahara? This is Auto Gang turf. Oh, they're gonna rough me up. You're blocking traffic. Yeah. Yeah, you're blocking traffic. Of course we're going Karen, man. All right, let's do it. Uh-oh. Shit. By the way, these guys' weapons are broken. They're actually some of the more powerful weapons you can get in the game. If you can get them, you gotta kill these guys to get it though. There we go. Oh, almost got him.
Oh no! Help!
Oh no! Help us! Don't kill us!
Look,
spare our lives!
We're big men around.
Once my blade is drawn, we trust blood or very well, Bob. What do you think?
What?
We have an option. We can spare them or we can go keep on fighting them. Let's kill them.
That's what a Karen would do.
Yep. You attacked me. Oh, and now we got the crazy chick.
Very impressive.
By the way, I love this voice acting for her.
Thank God. Take care of the samurai, Okyo.
I'll kill you. I told you never to call me that again. But if it takes getting killed to learn that lesson...
No. I'm sorry, Kyojiro. I apologize. Now, help us, please.
What shall I do with you? No.
Best sword in the game, by the way. It's her sword.
You are very strong, aren't you? I love the strong type. You see, there's nothing quite like the thrill you get when you cut down a strong opponent. Don't you feel the same way? Why don't you try an opponent with some teeth for a change instead of these half-wits? Hey, you give me... I'm going to let you in on a little secret. If you want to spill blood, look no further than the Auto Gang. You'll have no shortage of opponents if
So how do you like the
become
voice
a
actress?
member. I can guarantee that.
I'm not listening to the audio.
But I
Oh,
have a
you gotta listen to
feeling
this
it'll be
audio.
much more interesting.
The voice actors
As the
character.
thing, I can't stand the sound of my own voice. I know it's a little counterintuitive doing this.
I know, but this is like this voice actress is so much fun. Like she is having a fucking ball. You can tell. So here's the question: we can go to the magistrate office, set up, or we could go to shit. You know what? I think we could go to Shinako right now, and we can join the good Auto Gang because there's more than one Auto Gang member. Like there's the evil one, and then there's the good one. Yes, I'm not joking. There's like 2 different organizations here. I just can't remember where she is and when she does her thing because she does it at certain times. So we're gonna be doing like a quick search for that character. Also hoping I find some rice balls because that's a big collect for us right now. Was it there? It's not the Auto Gang headquarters. Is it? Maybe it's here. I know she's somewhere around here, and you can get with the good. You can get with the good gang, or you could choose the bad gang. Because the real leader is this girl. Like she's technically the daughter, so she's the next head of the gang. But technically, because she's the next head of the gang, doesn't necessarily mean that because she's a woman. And there's another guy involved. She's like, yeah, no, you're not getting that power. I think it's this one. No, it's somewhere around here. I can't remember where. So where do you, I think a Karen would join the side of justice until justice stops being justice for her. So most likely we're going to the magistrate's office this time around. Oh, there we go.
Oops. My apologies. Did you have some business?
Curiosity killed the cat. You were loitering around?
No, I'm not.
Don't waste your...
Ah! Help me!
So, you...
Uh-oh. This guy wants to fight. I want to see your manager! Where's your manager? Shit. Oh, fuck, he went into super finisher. Oh, shit.
Just a... Nakamura, I applaud you. With all due... Spy? Sure. But I understand. I'm sorry. Very well. I just don't cause any...
Yeah, that guy's tough. Especially with an untrained weapon.
You'll have to. But you... My name... Amahata. If you... No? How...
So yeah, we can join three different factions. 4 technically, if you join a certain group. So there's a couple tricks you can do. But that hurt. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm not going to. I'm gonna try to go as far as we can without wasting stuff.
Oi.
So let's see. Can we join? I can't remember where to go to join. You also could steal money from here, and that's like a big theft. And you can actually do that like right off the hop for this game. So you can steal up to like 600 Gao or whatever the hell it was.
Hold on.
But Bob, Supergirl, so bow, 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 it's a flop. Holy crap. Supergirl!
I forgot it with 5 minutes left. We were supposed to talk about that.
Oh, we could chat for a bit, man. Fuck. We're not in any worry.
Wait.
Oh,
wait. But yeah, Supergirl. I know it's really bad whenever I don't even have tabs on it. But normally I have a somewhat decent ear to the ground on certain subject matters, but this one was like so under my radar that really goes to show that. Yeah, did anybody really talk about it?
Yeah.
Or was it like something that no one gave the faintest of fucks about?
Yeah, no, people have talked about it. Like, it's actually a lot of people have talked about it. The problem is it's literally been dead for a while. Like, that's the best way to put it. We are legitimately in a situation where it's so bad. Like, the cup was the only thing people were talking about, and even that cup wasn't the actual cup. We found out later it wasn't. So I'm like, oh, so complete bullshit.
Where was it? Normally I get a lot of my info through the feeds, or if you tell me to look into something.
Yeah.
But that's another reason why this has kind of just gone under my radar, is I didn't even know the movie was out. I thought it was somewhere down the line.
Yeah. It's not, that's the thing. It's legit, like they
It's Morbin time.
It really, dude, the scary thing is Morpheus has had a better opening.
Ooh. That's no good.
Yeah, apparently it's not doing good at all. Like this might be the end of James Gunn's little this might be the end of James Gunn. This could be the death of James Gunn's career when it comes to stuff. Like, he may not get another movie the way this is flopping. And this is like number 3 of his flops.
We're gonna put that in the lexicon. Similar to Chekhov's gun, we're gonna have James Gunn.
It is really
it'll be the philosophy of what this touches will fail.
Yep. Oh yeah, this is not looking
Called
good
the James Gunn effect.
It really isn't, and that's what's kind of sad. We are looking at something where it's like, Jesus, look. All right, boys, I'll be right back. But yeah, no, if you want to keep talking about this, look up the scores on Rotten Tomatoes right now, and we'll get to that, and we'll keep going for a bit.
Okay.
Shouldn't probably take the phone into the bathroom. Probably better.
Yeah, don't take the phone into the bathroom. I don't want to hear what old man does in the porcelain throne.
Okay. Yeah, the Rotten Tomatoes is doing pretty. Even Rotten Tomatoes is like, ooh. That's a bad sign when Rotten Tomatoes is like,
Score of 56 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. What's the big ones here?
76 for fresh popcorn meter.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah,
I'm actually
bullshit.
gonna double check. Because that was the AI overview. I'm gonna check the proper website.
Yeah. The critics are giving it 76. That surprises me. But no, it goes to show not only is superhero fatigue real.
Yeah, 54 Rotten Tomato meter and 76 popcorn meter.
That's insane, the 76. Like, that's not even close to the radar. Like, that shouldn't even be on that radar. When you hear that, you're just like, what? Like, how are
Remind me
critics...
how these numbers work?
Well, what the basically the people who go to see the movies and the critics who rate the movies are legitimately looking at this. Now, here's my problem with that. We literally have fans who are like, yeah, no, we don't give a shit like enough to actually verify that. So that's kind of like where we're at right now, Bob. It's that, wow, that's low. That is actually really low on the rating.
Okay, so bigger popcorn equal bad?
No, bigger popcorn means not the fans, but the critics liked it, would be the best way to put it.
Okay, and then the tomato is the average person, the layman.
Yes, the people who actually are watching it.
That tracks. Yeah, that makes sense why the popcorn meter is so high. I thought the popcorn meter was, the people.
No.
But now that I think about it, oh yeah, tomatoes, throw tomato.
Yeah. No, to me it's hilarious that
Can we have the Rotten Tomato Awards where we get a line of the top critics, and whoever rated the worst performing movie the highest gets tomatoes thrown at them as they're in the stocks?
Fucking agree. Fucking agree.
I want to make that a thing. The Rotten Tomato Awards.
Yeah.
The highest rated, least grossing movie critic gets tomatoed.
Again, it still doesn't beat. Okay, let's be honest. Not only does this not beat Super Mario Odyssey. This will not even come close to Super Mario Odyssey. As much as that movie's kind of we still got one movie that still beat it all. Ba-da-dum-bum, ba-da-dum-bum, bum, ba-da-dum-bum, ba-da-dum-bum, ba-da-dum-bum. He got struck by, you got hit by a smooth criminal.
Mm-hmm.
That movie has defeated everything. That movie, like, literally, and the funny thing is, I know damn well that's not going to get an Oscar for anything.
It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up.
It doesn't.
The only thing that adds up is it's a tea party of all the fancy hip crowd people. The higher ups, the nobility.
Yeah.
The clique, that's the word I was looking for.
It is literally at this point. You can actually say that without any misconception. It is literally a clique.
That damn latchkey seatbelt clique.
It really is, isn't it?
Ooh.
Crazy, right? That is actually dead. Come on. Oh, that's actually better. Okay.
Ooh.
There. No, it makes me laugh because this is still failing. It's just like Michael Jackson has beaten everything at this point. And again, it's because the reason I keep saying this is because no one else seems to be talking about the fact that this movie has made more money than anything that's come out in the last fucking year. Like, there's a couple movies, but like all these movies that are supposed to be the big winner. It's like, no. it just crazy. Orc, wouldn't you want to see Coyote versus Acme when it comes out at the end of summer? Yes, I will. I'm all for it. I'd love to see that. But my problem is like this was a movie. Like if this movie blows up, I'll be fine with that. But my problem is it's like compared to everything else that hasn't even touched a top ticket right now. That's laughable. That is laughable that other things just like Supergirl, supposed to be this big movie, summer blockbuster. That was supposed to be the summer blockbuster, and it's still nothing. Toy Story, I even heard Toy Story isn't doing that well compared to like Toy Story 5 is meh. So I'm like, what's going on here, man? Prick stole the parcel. Nice try, asshole. How well? Yeah, but didn't it have a bigger higher rating than like I remember hearing, and now it's like it doesn't have that rating now.
Oh. What are you saying?
Oh, the Toy Story. Toy Story was supposed to have a higher rating, and it didn't get the rating. It's estimated it will gross $1 billion. I hope it does, but from what I've been hearing, it's not. It was like it started floundering a little bit. So.
Sama.
Oh. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on, but apparently it's floundering a little bit.
Oh.
But like I said, like Supergirl was supposed to be like the big billionaire. Like this was supposed to be the big moneymaker. This was supposed to be the winner, and it's not even chicken dinner, man. Fuck, wasn't Supergirl gross to like be a big budget too? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's funny personally that we're seeing this loss in the filming industry. Like, who would thought, like, we would be talking about this, that Superman, that even a Supergirl is going to bomb as bad as it is right now. We'll see. Again, I think parents are going to bring... see, my biggest problem is always the ignorance of parents. We know there's going to be a lot of people that were like, I saw Toy Story when I was a kid. Let's take little Jimmy to Toy Story. It's like, and this movie sucks. You know, it annoys me that it happens. What's your thoughts on it, Bob?
It almost goes back to why I appreciate you showing me old things. That realization of what was lost and what you missed. And these kids are going to grow up thinking that this mediocre trash is actually good. Is that the first few Toy Stories? Yeah, good kids movie. But ain't no He-Man.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing about He-Man is, not even He-Man was He-Man. Remember, you know, we kind of had a laugh about that.
Honestly, I'm just of the opinion, show kids like old anime, Dominion Tank Police, all that.
Well, no, we can't show kids Dominion Tank Police, but there is other stuff that you can show children.
Sinbad. We can show them Sinbad.
Yeah, we can show them Sinbad. We can't show
now
children.
Think about it, you could show both the Sinbad TV show and the live-action movie with Buff Sinbad.
Yes, you can, but you do not show the little device there. You know, the thing with the penis mines to children. Okay, because you know
what
kids can Dominion. New Dominion Tank Police.
The inflator. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How do I compete with that?
Yeah. Now.
Okay, fine.
Dominion Tank, New Dominion Tank Police, you could show the kids. They tone down They tone down the perversion.
Yeah. Either way, trying to think of like another old thing that you showed me that it's like, fuck, I wish I watched this as a kid.
Well, how about the Conan the Barbarian cartoon?
Yeah.
Showed you that.
Yeah, the snake men and the sword of star metal. Yeah.
That was inventive, man. That was actually really good. Conan. And the sad thing is people have told me, like, I've had so many people say to me over the years that, yes, 3 and the third movie had a perfect closure, and 4 onwards, yeah, I see what you're saying. It did kind of, it lost its fire. I agree with what you're saying there, gentlemen.
Oh. Gokuro.
Probably change his name to Sonic Man.
Yep. I guess we'll see. But I think we're done after this. So we just wanted to finish it off with that late night. We're doing a late night on a late night, so this will be our last little thing that we're going to do here, and then we're going to call it. Because, we got a Kennedy. I'm going to fall.
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for Chief to have his villain arc and then start walking around dressed like Dr. Robotnik.
Did that last night.
Yeah, once again, happy birthday, old man.
Oh, thank you.
I would ask how ancient you are, but that goes back to the Mesopotamian tablets. That's been lost to time.
Yeah, exactly. I think we will end it here. We're going to shut down. We're going to save for resume. We'd like to thank everybody who was a part of this tonight. We always appreciate you. Thank you for the happy birthday, Shadow Man. Everyone have yourselves a very, very good night, and we'll see you guys next time on Orc War Chief Reviews Throwback Thursday, where we're going to continue our conversation about Conan, and we're going to continue the RPG stuff, and then we're going to finally finish it off with talking about the Flood. All right, boys, have yourselves